not
Why
like we
does he
need that.
have my multi-tool?
Because it's a year 2 multi-tool.
Okay. I'm just gonna send that to my Xbox. You're having way too much fun with that.
Am I?
What's with you and My Chemical Romance lately? Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just curious. It's like, why My Chemical Romance?
I
I
don't
mean, there's
know.
nothing wrong with My Chemical Romance. I like My Chemical Romance. It's just like, why? Well, why?
Space Magic.
I like Space Magic. Yeah, we should open with that.
Space Magic.
Type in Twitter. Who's ready for some space magic?
Alright, so let's see. We are doing... Starting with... Story again?
Yeah, we always start with story.
Yes. Starting with the story.
Until we have no more story.
Yes. Wait out. Oops. Oh, yeah, boy. My father took me to the theater.
Copy.
Dear marching band.
Ka-pa-pa.
Let's see if I can get a really good angle on this.
Ka-pa-pa.
It's a pretty good angle on that.
No, that's a good angle.
Yep.
Tweet. Time for some space magic stream.
Johnson.
No.
Okay.
I feel anytime you type Johnson in the internet, it's just bad days.
All right, but Magic Johnson is a basketball player.
I know he is.
Okay.
But it's the internet.
All right, that's fair. That's a good point.
Otherwise, you're gonna get gold
Yeah,
mine.
I know.
Otherwise, you're gonna get Robbie quote.
Yes.
Hashtag Destiny. Hashtag streaming. Stream.
Sure.
Streamer life. Streamer racing. Yeah, there we go. And a tweet. And one dude who's also Killer Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can dig it.
Yep.
I can dig it.
When I was a young boy, my father...
Is that your new favorite song?
I haven't even heard that in months. Probably...
I was
Yeah,
gonna
probably
say
months.
years.
No, I've heard it within months.
Months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably in the spring.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Interesting that to be the spring.
Is it?
Interesting to me.
Okay.
Things that I find interesting doesn't mean anyone else needs to find it interesting. Just that I find it interesting.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Fine, whatever.
I believe you.
No. We're not starting that again.
Are you sick, Cody?
Yes.
You need to rest?
I am sick. I'm sick and tired of your shenanigans!
Oh, man.
Ah!
Oh, it cannot render 30 frames per second. I don't know why just the stream box is saying that.
I mean, it's running okay.
Yeah. I just thought I would mention in case it becomes
Okay,
a problem.
Test wave. You show over there? You showing over there? What's our delay?
Good lord, this feels like a really long time.
I know! There it is. Wow. Okay. Well, it's streaming fine.
Yep.
If there's an issue, I'm sure someone will let us know.
Sure.
Close bounty on Sand Eater Phalanx, Bering City. Close mission, House King's listening post, Olympus Mall.
All right, ready to start?
Sure.
I got my starting thing. Sweet refreshment.
Sweet, sweet, unnamed refreshment. Please sponsor us.
If Dr. Pepper wants to sponsor us, I'll totally accept that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Channel of Holding Livestream.
Yeah, today we're going to be playing Destiny because it's Thursday, and that's kind of what we do every Thursday.
As always, I'm Monkey,
And I'm Cody.
and I think we're going to start with...
Story. Also, space magic.
We wanted to call attention to this wonderful space magic of sitting.
Because, as you can see, Unispace Rhino is not only a bunny
Right.
and a rhino
Uh-huh.
and a unicorn,
Yep.
but he's also a magician
Mm-hmm.
with a gun.
Correct.
Because he can stand on nothing.
He's got that crazy quick jump up speed.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Quick as a bunny.
Yeah.
Or a unicorn.
Or unicorn.
Who are immortal.
I don't actually know if unicorns are known for being especially fast. I know they're being especially hard to, like, capture or
So we have
stop.
two story things.
Right. Which one should we go for first?
I don't know. I mean, the whole purpose of this is for you to go through the story.
Right.
So it's up to you.
I guess I'll go here to the reef.
Yep.
Just because this seems like a downtime thing where we'll get more quests.
True.
So, you know, maybe
Yeah.
that'll help contribute in, and it's something maybe we'll be able to do while doing other stuff.
There you go. Also, I've always known unicorns to be rather quick.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, not quick enough to outrun the book title of The Last Unicorn. But
Sure, sure. You know, I've never read The Last Unicorn, but I did watch it
I also
a few
watched
months
it.
back.
I have watched it. I really want a copy of the book.
Okay.
But I haven't been able to find one that I actually want.
Sure, sure.
Because I like hardbacks. I don't like
Mm.
soft covers.
Interesting. I find that I enjoy them both for different things.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy hardbacks for putting them on the shelf and reading them if I'm just going to have them at like a reading chair kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I enjoy paperbacks for literally like picking them up and throwing them and then reading them.
Like, why would you choose to throw it and then read it?
Like you put it in a backpack and you literally throw the backpack.
Why would you throw the backpack?
Because why would you not?
Because I don't throw my backpacks.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand why you would throw a backpack.
Because it needs to get in your car.
Yeah, you sit down, you put the bag down.
No, you throw it in the back of the car. You open up enough of space to throw it in. And you close it up. And you get in and drive.
No, you open the door.
Uh-huh.
You hold the backpack in your right hand.
Right.
Because 76% of the nation.
Okay.
You sit down, you put it in the seat next to you. Or behind you, if you got a back seat.
Okay.
And you drive off.
Interesting.
Even when going mobile, I prefer hardbacks.
Huh.
I'm just not a fan of paperback.
Okay.
I feel that it won't last as long.
I see that.
There are other reasons, but that's a big one.
Sure. No. Durability is definitely a concern.
Yes.
Orcs could be
It may just be because of how rough I am on books that I
I don't
find...
know what you're talking about. You're super gentle on everything.
Oh, on everything, for sure.
Our controller's not about to die because...
Yeah.
Orcs lies on the beach.
The plastic underneath the rubber is still good.
Yeah, huh?
Uh-huh.
My trigger squeak.
That's a normal thing.
No, it's not!
It is.
No, it's not!
Every controller I've had has done that.
Multiple survivors.
Including the face buttons in enough time.
Monkey,
Yep.
Do you think that's a feature of the controller?
Yeah, that's how you know that you've worn them in,
Who fights this hard?
and that they like.
That
feel
means
good.
you're wearing them out.
or that you wore them in, and they're like what you want them to be now.
So Avalon's cool.
Oh yeah, Avalon's awesome.
Draw them out.
All right.
Oh
Less than 5 seconds into the mission and you're dead.
yeah, I sort of may not have been paying attention to what I was doing. I just sort of been like, I'm gonna shoot things.
Holding out.
I
Multiple
noticed.
survivors.
But we have 2 hours, so it's fine.
Right.
Kind of.
No, I'm on it now.
Well, for the first hour, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Second hour is Crucible, where you can just be like, I'm gonna go shoot things!
Yeah.
Which is what I do no matter what the Crucible game is.
Right.
Unless you watch on the other channel, in which case I did not go in and shoot things.
Oh yeah.
I went in and got shot.
That's funny.
Yep. Because I started recording more game types because Guardian Radio, a podcast that I listen to, was like, we need B-roll, and why not have people do it for us?
That's not a crash site. It's a
So how about
only way those doors will open
you
is
listener-
with reinforcements.
excuse me, you listeners out there?
Yeah.
That was a brilliant throw.
Oh, I know.
At
At least I know how it works on some terrain now.
it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird grenade. But they're like, hey, submit your B-roll,
Uh huh.
and we'll use it for like our YouTube videos.
Cool.
I was like, cool. I've got an Elgato.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to do right now. I'll
Sure.
make 2 hours worth of videos.
Nice. That's awesome.
Except it was
Fight through it.
on a day where I wasn't very good at Destiny.
That happens.
It's really weird. When I really want to play Destiny,
Uh huh.
I'm horrible. On days I don't want to play Destiny, I do
Interesting.
pretty well.
Interesting.
And I don't know why. So I feel like for now, whenever I really want to play Destiny, I just won't play Destiny. And days where I'm just like, I would rather play anything else,
Sure.
is when I'll play Destiny.
Okay. Interesting.
Although it's not going to matter because my RNG is always bad.
Right. It's like, no, I'm sure you'll get something maybe eventually possible.
I just want a Mida multi-tool.
Sure, sure.
That's all I want. That's so hard to ask for.
Apparently.
I mean, technically, yeah.
So, we sort of started talking about books there for a little bit, right?
Yeah, we kind of jumped from topic to topic.
Yeah, I mean, that's all good. I was
It's
actually
not like that's not like it's the show title.
I was actually wondering, are there any book series or individual books
Yep.
that you want to read but haven't read yet?
The Last Unicorn.
Okay.
I really want to read.
Yeah.
I have not read The Secret of Nin.
Okay.
Really want to read, which is why it's going to be our first storytime book,
Interesting.
which will be starting off in January.
Yeah.
See what they know about Oryx.
I want to read the Edge of the Empire Cool rulebook
Okay.
because you know that's thrilling for people at home.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
Well, I mean, for some reason,
for some people, it's gonna be awesome.
we have like 14 views on our Sith Pass of Pain series.
Right.
First off, thank you.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
I have
Anyone
no
who
idea
watches
if
like
you were going to watch this later. 'Cause
Right.
I don't feel that
there's an overlap between
there's
those.
an overlap demographic.
Sure.
We appeal to all the peoples. But at the same, like, thank you. At the same time, why? Although I did hear a valuable lesson from one YouTuber that I was talking to,
Okay.
and they're like, "Don't question your viewers.
Just accept it.
just accept it and be super grateful, because let's be honest,
Uh-huh.
I'm a nobody.
Right.
You're a nobody. There's no reason anyone should be watching us, but they are. So you
Right.
know what? Just accept it and be grateful.
Sure.
I was
get
like,
that.
you know what?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep. For sure.
Oh yeah. Man, that grenade just does not like you.
So, Last Unicorn.
Oh yeah, Last
Secret of
Unicorn,
Nim.
Secret of Nim, Edge of the Empire, cool rulebook, because I'm gonna be running an Edge of the Empire game.
Yeah.
In 4 sessions.
Yes. Most
Okay.
likely.
So technically, I'd be the 5th session.
Yes. There will be
Alright.
4 more sessions of the current Sith Paths of Pain.
Okay.
And then there will be a break from the normal programming
Okay.
for a alternate show.
Got it. So, 21st, 28th, the 4th, and the 11th. Those are all Mondays. So the 22nd, 29th, 5th, 12th will all be yours.
Yes.
January 19th is when mine starts. Sweet.
Yeah.
So in about a month.
Yep. About a month.
Must be some kind of portal.
Depending on
Another
work schedule.
bomb-found
Right. Oh, for sure, for sure.
Because that is the week after I start working for State Farm.
Yeah.
Assuming my background check goes off without a hitch, which I can't think
I'm
of.
like, do you really expect it not to? or-
You never know. I think the light just smacked you in the face.
I think it did.
Yep, it's smacked you in the face.
Awesome.
I would like to read all of Redwall.
Okay.
I would like to read... There's a lot of books I would like to read.
Sure.
Basically, go look... Alright, so my family loves to read.
Right.
Mom just beat her challenge of 125 books by going 9 books over.
Nice. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was a challenge for 2015. And actually, 1.7 million people participated in the challenge.
That's awesome.
10,000 completed the challenge.
Well, I mean, that's reasonable. It's
Yeah.
understandable.
Forget what they say about the
And Dad did his challenge of, I think he wanted to do 30 books and ended up reading like 56.
Nice. That's awesome.
So that's a big up.
For sure.
Yeah, and Mom beat her challenge.
Sweet.
I was unaware that was a thing until about 3 months ago when they were like, I'm halfway through or I'm like almost with my challenge. And I'm like, what challenge?
Like, there's a challenge?
That's a thing?
Did I miss something?
Yeah. Yeah, those are the books I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, cool.
There's a whole bookshelf. Alright, there's 3 bookshelves.
Right.
In the hall.
Yep.
And there's a lot of books in there. Like, I'd like to read the collection of Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, sure, sure.
Somebody took one of Mozart's operas
Uh-huh.
and turned that into a book.
Ooh, interesting.
I forgot what it was called. I'd really like to read that.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
Cool.
I don't think you're gonna be able to kill them. Nope, they're gone.
Let him take all he wants.
I mean, it's...
He won't be around.
I mean, I did a pretty good amount of damage to him.
No, you did. You almost killed him. I'd be shocked if you did. Also, highly impressed.
Yeah.
A lot of DPS.
Yeah, it is a lot of DPS, though. I mean, what? I got the bow, and then the grenade, and then the smoke?
Yeah.
So, like, I've got a lot of... I'm a hunter.
That is
You
true.
know, Space Rado is great at killing things.
That is, well... When he's not being killed.
Yes. No, I never said he was good at staying alive, but he is excellent at killing things.
That is very true.
It's sort of like a Pyrrhic victory kind of thing.
Yeah. Bleep. Bleep. Yeah. What about you? Are there any books that you want to read? That you haven't read before?
Right, that I have not read before.
It's linked to the rupture, but I can't understand how the high.
Yes.
Let's try another step.
Question mark?
So before the stream today,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this,
Is it Star Wars?
and then I forgot
Oh.
what they were.
Okay. Another one I would like to read
Okay.
is I'd like to read the current canon of Star Wars.
Okay, neat.
Because I haven't read any of the what is considered new canon.
Okay. Sure.
And I'd like to know how it stacks up to old canon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be better than, a lot of the stories out there.
Sure.
Where, Mandalores are shooting lasers out of their butts.
I mean, maybe.
Which I don't believe was an actual thing. It's just...
Right. It's yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, God. Here's this ultimate bad guy. What are we going to do? The ultimate weapon. It's like, you could do more writing than that.
Right. I think
And I would like a rework of
What?
the Oozing Vong.
using Vong, yeah, that'd be cool to see like a new tweaked version of them.
Yeah. One that actually makes sense, where it's like, why are they immune to the Force? Better reason than they're from another galaxy.
Right. Yeah. Da.
I'm super excited for Saturday.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch The Force Unleashed on Saturday.
Yeah, 5:30 in the morning.
5:30 in the morning.
Which, I joke
Mhm.
a lot, but I'm also super grateful.
Something's
Right.
happening.
And I'm super excited because I think it's going to be a ton of fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Despite how much I joke about not wanting to see it at 5:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
I will see that like anytime.
It's
gonna be so good. Because I know I'm going to go over to your house after my family has done everything that they need to do for the day.
Uh huh.
Does your thing have luck in the chamber?
I don't think so.
Because I keep hearing...
It might.
I don't know.
Let me check it out.
I mean, you're in a safe spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, luck in the
Luck in
chamber.
the chamber. I'm gonna give it a lightweight. This
Why
seems
not?
like an alright gun.
Because I keep hearing it, and I'm like, that wasn't from the gun, was it? Yeah, so it's going to be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus, it means Saturday afternoon I can finally go back on the internet.
Yes. Because now, no more fears of Star Wars spoilers.
Exactly, so I got to figure out what am I going to do tomorrow
Yeah.
for most of the day. Because, like, I can't go on the internet.
Yeah.
Other than, I don't know, make stir fry.
Oh, sure. Stir fry's good.
We picked up an orange ginger stir fry sauce.
Nice.
So, it'd be nice and sweet and gingery.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't work like that, Lucky. I mean, that works like that. Your melee works like a grenade, and your grenade
Works like
like
a...
a napalm.
Right.
Purple napalm.
Yup. Sounds about right.
Forget about the throne. Get through that rupture.
Zavala sometimes, like, Zavala I think can be a cool character.
Uh-huh.
But some of the things he says, just like, oh god, you make yourself sound like an idiot.
I don't think we're going that way.
Hey look, it's the one time crowd control came in handy.
Yay! And by that, we just mean like standing on top of a
A
box.
pillar and letting Thrall come at you.
Right, because their arms are
Something
too small.
ascendant passing through right now.
Oh, hey there, buddy.
Like a titan. You might want to use your super on it. Oh. Well, he's gonna take your super away anyways.
Sure, sure. It's all good.
Silence the echo. He is an echo of Oryx.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oryx is interesting.
Yeah,
He used to be a sister.
that's cool.
Okay, so there were like 3 sisters,
Uh-huh.
and then there were no longer 3 sisters.
Yeah.
Because Oryx was no longer a sister. And
Yeah.
I think he killed one of his sisters,
Sure.
and the other one was like, nope, I'm out. Who I believe is who what's her face is working for. Eris.
Eris. Okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Because of what she says at the end of this thing, which we'll get to someday.
Right.
I don't know, these missions actually go by pretty quick.
Yeah, this is going pretty solid.
Oh yeah. Why does it say we have a mic? On the bottom right corner, every once in a while, I mean, it's covered up by the webcam.
Right.
But every so often at the bottom right corner, it's like, why is it picking up
How
what
do we
I'm
reach Oryx?
saying?
Right, I think it's because the controller is
Stupid.
kind of funny.
Yeah, well, it's been dunked in a bucket of water.
Right.
Back to the tower with
It's been left in a bucket of rice for a week.
Okay.
It's been under your control for
Right.
like
Quite some time.
6 or 9 or more months.
Uh-huh.
So it's been through some wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not quite time to retire the controller.
Right. No, I mean, it still works fine.
No, it still works great.
It's just got some hiccups.
Yeah. Like a person.
I was going to say, like, a Dragon Rider. But that works too.
That's horrible.
Is it? But hiccup.
I got it.
How to change dragon.
I got it. Thank
It's a
you.
pun.
Thank you, monkey.
Wordplay!
Puns.
Mhm.
Not a fan of puns.
I am aware.
Which is why you're just like, how can I work puns into everything I say?
I'm just saying I enjoy them.
I know you do.
I think they're fun.
And the same thing, like I said, interesting. Like, it doesn't matter if someone else doesn't find this interesting.
Oh, for sure.
I find it interesting.
Yeah, and that's cool, man.
Yeah. Plus, I think it works for our dynamic.
Right.
Because we're opposite in, like, every possible way.
It's true. It's true.
Yet, been hanging out for, like, almost 10 years.
Right. Yeah. You know.
Wordplay.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone a day
Yep.
and every sentence you've said
Mm-hmm.
has been a pun or some sort of wordplay?
No, but I have tried.
Really?
Right.
Okay. It's the yes or no answers I feel would be the hardest part for me.
Right. Yeah.
Because, like, you naturally don't talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, to, like, intentionally give more words than one
Right.
just to maintain, you know, a pun,
Yeah.
I feel would be hard.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I think you should do that on Star Wars Day.
On Star Wars Day.
Yeah. Just, like, from Friday until we finish Star Wars.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can look into that.
Yeah. Just be like, go the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Puns.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna regret saying that. Just like I regret telling you that even bad logic is technically logic.
Even bad logic is logic.
Yeah, that was my fault. I can't wait for you to get the stealth mission.
The stealth mission?
The stealth mission.
What is that?
It's a mission
Okay.
based on stealth.
Began with
That's
Crota,
cool, I guess.
But Crota was only a servant of his
Ooh,
father
things are
who was
happening.
sent to extinguish the last of the light.
Uh-huh.
The great battle fought for the soul of our world.
I'll admit, those are very pretty backgrounds.
Oh, yeah, no, this is really cool looking. This is quite nice.
The sun was dead.
Some would say
We
they should have been
invited
doing
the
this from
wrath
the
of
start.
Oryx, destroyer of light.
I would probably say that.
of
I would
will.
say that.
Yeah.
But
Only
I kinda
the
feel
75 move between
Taking
ruptures.
King was the game they've always wanted to make for Destiny.
Right.
You must
They just
walk
didn't know
the
how
down
at the time.
footsteps of his
No, I can see that. Yeah, the Taken King is really
come.
what they intended, but due to inexperience with the genre.
Yeah, because they do not make RPGs.
Right.
They do environmental storytelling a lot.
Cool.
But I'm like Myst or Myth.
Sure.
One of the two.
Right.
I get it confused.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Interesting puzzles.
Sure. Cool, cool. So, somebody actually mentioned something yesterday that I
Okay.
thought was really interesting.
Okay.
When you read a book,
Yes.
do you visualize what you read?
No.
Okay.
Fast to Toland's journal. It's
Not all. It depends on the book.
Okay.
Hold fast to your
Um,
gun, Guardian. You're headed
If
back
I
to
have
the
a frame
chamber
of
where the
reference,
Emperor's soul.
Okay.
yes.
Sure.
But generally when someone describes a character in just words,
Right.
not very often. Like I
Interesting.
either need something to base it off of.
Sure.
Otherwise, I just picture them as
It's still got a trace of Crota's soul,
like
so you
an
can pass
entity
the
doing
information
things that has a loose description on it.
Sure.
Not really a full thing yet.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
must be done before Oryx turns his scrying
So, yeah,
eye to
there you go.
this
Okay.
realm.
Cool.
Which is why when a lot of people say like that's not how I envision this character whenever they see a movie based on a book,
Right.
I'm just sitting there like, why?
Right.
I don't understand. Like I don't understand why.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it looked like the person they described.
Right.
All right, one thing
Yep.
that I've never really seen in a book
Okay.
is nobody really describes like the nose or the chin of a character.
They do when it really stands out, like when it's peculiar.
Exactly, when it's peculiar. But those are also the parts that can be the most distinguishing on some people.
Okay.
But they also like never really discuss like the shape of something.
Right.
Just either someone has thin lips
Uh-huh.
or full lips.
Right.
They don't say like if they're close to the nose, if they're close to the chin.
Sure. Sure.
Journal contains an impressive amount of data.
But then you're getting into dangerous territories of Tolkien level description.
Right, and you have like this word economy that you have to keep track of and be mindful of. That you don't want to just like say things if they're not really being useful.
Exactly. Which is one reason, like, I'm not a huge fan of Tolkien's writing style.
Sure.
Because I feel like there's too much there that doesn't need to be there.
Sure.
And I kind of feel like he's trying to say something and just can't get the words out, so he's just throwing as much words out there.
Sure.
So it's like a combination of diarrhea of words and constipation.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
the
I can see
thralls
that criticism.
succeed, Crota's essence must endure.
But then he did a lot. His books did very, very well.
Right.
I don't know, I think I have more of an issue with Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I didn't think they were particularly good books.
Okay.
But I thought The Hobbit was a great book.
Okay.
And the movies sucked.
Sure.
The Hobbit movies.
Right.
But I feel like when you're going into that much detail,
Yeah.
I feel it almost would be better to include a picture.
Sure.
Because I don't need 1,000 words for one frame.
Right. Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. What about you? Do you ever visualize somebody when they're being described?
It takes me great effort to do that.
Okay.
So I normally just avoid it and just take things as purely, like, empirical information.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works. I mean, I can understand that.
Yep.
So you see it as just empirical information. I
Right.
visualize this entity thing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a ghost.
Okay.
I mean, in which case every story has a ghost in it. I mean,
Sure. Right. Spooky.
Makes sense how they get around so fast.
Uh-huh. I was... Never mind. Nope.
What?
I was gonna make a joke, and then I chose not to because of reasons.
What were the reasons?
It was really just a pun, but it was bad.
Because there's such a thing as a good pun.
Well, alright. It was basically... Like, alright. So, if I shoot holes in my ghost, do I have a holy ghost? Yeah. So... Yep.
It's almost as bad as when the dude shoots up the bartender. It says, hey, a priest must have been here. It's a holy bartender.
I like it.
I know you would. Wow, are you actually gonna... No, you won't kill this guy. Because he's being taken!
Oh, no!
And then for some reason they just disappear and like, I'm out!
Oryx
Sure.
just took an ogre.
Not even Oryx
Yeah.
can control
why
an
wouldn't it?
ogre. Unless it's taken.
Told
Now quickly, I need a shard of that crystal.
You are the king of the rock. Just like Master Chief was king of the hill.
Da-da-da.
We've got it.
Okay.
Yep.
I knew it could be.
How did we cut up?
And does it still
that?
hold the Crota's soul?
A
Like-
machete.
According to my analysis,
Stuck in. Just...
No matter.
Nailed it.
I don't know. Crystals are pretty easy to cut and break.
We
Right, but that's a very nice line
Look
with
at-
rounded edges.
like jewelers.
We don't have jeweler's tools.
Do you?
We have a rocket and a knife.
And a ghost
blocking our signal.
who does random things.
I mean, maybe.
Also, just so you know.
Yep.
Okay.
There's
I was
too
gonna be
many.
like, remember, Monkey, the goal here is to
Yeah, just run.
run.
Du-du-du-du-du. Hey, stop it, guys.
Sadly, it's not the daily. Okay, actually, gratefully, it's not the daily.
Oh, yeah?
Well, there's just a secret exotic.
Okay.
If this mission is the daily.
Okay.
Have you done the Tannic Strike?
Nope. I have done the Shield Brother strike.
Is that the only strike you've ever done?
The one in the Black Garden.
Are those the only 2 strikes you've ever done?
From year 2, yes.
Well, I'm talking about from year 2.
I have
I mean overall.
done the Dust Palace
Okay. But not one where
and
you
the
go
one
up-
with Sepix.
Oh, okay. You haven't done the one where you're chasing the giant fallen throughout a ship?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so there's one where you're chasing a guy through a ship.
Okay.
There's one, if you do the daily,
Uh-huh.
it's a special mission
Yeah.
where you're able to get basically Black Hammer Year 2.
Oh, sure.
What
Oh, the
is
Black
name?
Spindle.
Yeah, the Black Spindle.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where you go down a secret path,
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
and the mission objective changes.
Still no
Nice.
This must be
And I thought that was super cool.
Awesome.
And now they're thinking that every daily mission has one.
That's cool. That'd be really awesome.
Yeah.
I really like that idea.
Oh, it's super cool. Super hard.
For sure.
Take it and lock us in. Come check it out.
So there will be a rune on the right side of the room
Okay.
that you have to grab and put into the door.
Yeah, I was just looking for the little ball thing.
Yeah, it's to your right.
Okay.
There
There
it
it
is.
is. No, that...
Which is literally the relic, coding-wise,
Uh-huh.
from the raid.
Nice.
Also an interesting Destiny fact for those who are nerds.
Remind me to make
Like guns from the Vault of Glass
Uh-huh.
that have, does more damage towards oracles.
Sure.
Because of how programming and
Right.
game design works when you have very limited assets.
Yes.
In the Skolas encounter,
Yep.
and just Prison of Elders overall, whenever you have to destroy the mines,
Uh-huh.
they're technically game code wise
Oracles?
So
Ah.
they gain bonus damage from that perk.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, which some people said lazy, and I'm just like, do you know what it takes to make a game?
Right, for sure. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I totally understand that.
Oh yeah, because like in order to get vault space,
Yeah.
they had to free up a megabyte
Right.
of data, and it's like where do you find a megabyte of data? And to us it seems worthless and meaningless.
Right, because my computer has like terabytes of space and stuff.
Exactly. It's behind you, down the stairs.
Gotcha.
To your right. To your right. There you go.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
It's gonna be a big old night there. Hey buddy. But when you're actually going with like games and RAM and everything, like a megabyte is super important.
Right. Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
But that's just because last gen consoles are holding games back.
Yeah.
But that's a heated discussion for some people.
I mean, I don't think anyone can argue that they aren't holding games back.
There have been a couple of people online who say that's not a thing, where they're not really holding games back, and there's nothing you could do on current consoles that you couldn't do on previous consoles,
connection is getting stronger.
game-wise. And a lot of other people who are like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah, no,
Oscar not happy.
that's not to say that you can't continue to make better games for the...
Last gen.
Can't say
Right.
they aren't trying.
Yeah.
Because, as their skill with the, materials, the hardware improves and the software and, people have to approach it more creatively, that can drive innovation and creativity, and you can create some really great
Yeah.
products out of that.
But at the same time, if there's no challenge, you end up stagnating.
Right, and for sure, if...
I mean, ask the Jedi.
And there does come a point when you're okay, we've pretty well exhausted what this hardware can do, and it technically can't move forward.
No, technically you can't move forward. You could still do, gameplay-wise things.
Right, from the perspective of art, it can continue to move forward,
Yeah.
but you limit your medium when you say we will not move forward with hardware.
Especially where it's we want to do this sort of graphics. It's well, this can't do it.
Right.
Or it's we want to do this type of architecture. Well, this just can't do it.
Right.
And in which case, you're really limiting what you can do.
Yeah.
Which, the best art is often grown from limitations.
True. Which is
Most-
why I think there's something to be said about, I think there is benefit to making games for older consoles.
Yeah.
Because it can drive that creativity of, well, we only have this much to work with.
Yeah.
But there are also things that can't be done without improved tools.
Exactly. And one of the things that
Made it out.
you can contribute from the older consoles
Taken king will fall.
is that forced Bungie to really seek out and go nuts trying to find that 1 megabyte.
Yes.
At the same time, though, I mean, I feel like that's not a good enough reason to keep old consoles around.
Right.
Especially when, there are a lot of things that they want to do with the game, but they can't because of old consoles.
Right.
Like, they've acknowledged that because of last generation, they can't do custom games.
Right.
Which is which is currently, like, the most sought-after feature.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
I would love custom games.
Mm-hmm.
Set up the things and be like, hey, alright, we're gonna do Spare Race backwards.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
With supers.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Why not? Right.
What's the blue shell? Hammer of Soul.
Yes, the Hammer of Soul. Oh!
Still probably, like, one of the funnest supers ever.
Yeah, no, it seems pretty cool.
Just run around and just smash!
Smash!
I'm like Thor and the Hulk at the same time.
Yeah.
Which,
Smashy.
I don't want to say Human Torch. But
It's the Human Torch.
But it's the first flame guy I could think of.
Pyro, but he doesn't generate flame.
He depends.
I mean,
on
depend
the
on the
writer.
writer, right?
In Days of Future Past, he did.
Yes.
But that was also okay.
That was also probably like his Omega version.
Exactly. So unevolved Pyro can't. Evolved Pyro can't.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We also saw Scott Summers' brother in that movie, Havoc.
Yep.
Where he just goes. Well, I thought I got the much better deal than Cyclops.
Well, I don't know. There's something really cool about shooting things from your eyes.
I'm not talking about cool factor, but I'm talking like powers, like able to control and hide it.
For sure. Practicality-wise,
yeah.
his is way better.
I feel like society-wise,
Yeah.
Havoc got the better deal.
Sure.
Cool factor, Cyclops won.
Yeah. I think we can agree to that.
He got the lottery on that one. I really don't think it's going to be...
Better than a 280.
Yeah.
290.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not going to be... No. Okay.
No. I think chest and helmet-wise were good for a long time.
Yeah. I think so, too.
Hi, potential spy.
Now,
Hey.
David and Coda's
How's it going? What's up?
The Vanguard
That's cool.
will
Dr.
go
Kate
in
6.
Yep. Yep.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
If you can't tell, we're rather excited for Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Here it is. I did read a review
Uh-huh.
on Star Wars.
Okay.
It was a non-spoiler review.
Right.
I just wanted to see how well it did.
Sure.
From IGN, it got an 8.8.
All right. That's really solid.
Yeah, that's a really good score.
Nice.
I'm super excited.
Awesome.
And then I went on Twitter for like 2 seconds, and people were like, "This movie's us!" And I'm like, "Nope, turn off Twitter." Nope.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, the Promethean Code.
Yeah. Something Kate 6 is sending us on, so.
That can't possibly be anything going wrong.
Right, for sure. We're going to go burn down, Two Rivers? Twin Rivers?
Stealing from
Scout of the Lesser.
Jade Empire?
Yeah.
We're entering
Yep. Jade Empire.
Which is finished!
Yay!
About what you did to her ship.
Which I would review at a... I would give it a solid B.
Okay. I can see that.
Almost a B+. plus.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable to me.
We got it in a B+, plus had Nathan Fillion not died in 2 seconds.
Sure.
If his character had been more, I would have given it higher. But no, I thought it was a really solid game.
Yeah.
It's definitely a product of its time.
Yes.
And didn't lessen BioWare games to me,
Uh-huh.
but it definitely showed, like, I see where you're going, BioWare.
Right. Yeah, you can see, like, this is what became Mass Effect.
Like, this is what happened in KOTOR. This is what happened in Mass Effect.
Yep.
This is literally Mass Effect right now.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's...
So,
Yeah.
I haven't had much luck
Yeah.
reaching Rasputin security.
You had the same bypass frequency that got me inside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this mission. This one's cool.
Okay.
I think most of the missions involving Rasputin are kind of cool.
That's
Just
cool.
because I like Rasputin because he
More interdimensional
expresses
duels.
himself through music.
Sure.
And for like a year, I didn't talk a whole lot. I mostly just played music depending on how I was feeling at the time.
Sure.
Because, you know, I didn't have a stream where I'm forced to talk for 2 hours.
Right.
I mean, we could do a silent stream.
Yeah, we could do that once.
The Taken
Just have a
are not
webcam, just be
bound
like,
by
Yeah, see how it goes.
terrestrial
No words.
Yeah, I'll bet
Wrong
they'll be
section.
constrained by terrestrial bullets.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Cade, your bypass codes aren't getting us through these doors.
Da, 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 da.
To your left.
Omnigal screams.
That's also...
What? Oh, there was a hole there.
Yeah. It's because it's a giant catwalk.
I may have failed to notice that.
I know.
Nothing more.
I
Look at that thing.
feel
Uh huh.
if you
Yep. Yes.
were
Me.
a D&D character,
Yep.
I feel you would have a very low perception.
Probably.
Cool.
Yeah, I would be low on perception.
Actually, I kind of want to stat that out.
Oh, what I would be like?
Like, you would be, like, in either Edge of the Empire or D&D.
Sure.
To be like, what would be high and what would be low.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel strength,
Uh huh.
endurance,
Yep.
intelligence would be high.
Right.
I feel the rest would be
Believe the Taken can track us.
Average to worse.
average to below average.
Does
Right.
hate us.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's perception based off of?
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yep.
Okay.
At least in D&D it is.
Yeah. Was it based off in Edge?
I think it's based on cunning.
Some could argue that's wisdom-y.
Sure.
Wow, there are a lot of Taken around here.
Yep.
And they're really slow and dumb.
Yeah, they are.
You're right. There you go. Because, I mean, guys, stop letting them just run past you.
Yep.
Alright, I think this part is actually a locked door until you kill. Okay, never
Nope.
mind.
What's up?
It's just a guy who shoots axiom bolts at it. Wow, really?
This is a cool mission. I like this.
Alright, fine. An area you are forced to fight. Guys who are shooting axioms. What did you think of that gun?
Oh, the Reddit gun?
Yeah, the Reddit gun.
That's super cool. I really like that
Yeah.
idea for a gun. So, would you please care to explain to anyone watching who doesn't know?
So, on Reddit, as Reddit do,
Yes.
they made a community gun where they had people vote on what was the coolest looking, what its powers would be, what perks it would have, and so on and so forth. And they ended up with this really cool scout rifle that'd be from like Tolan the Shattered,
Yeah.
where it's void based. It's a scout rifle that has full auto,
These cryptids
and its signature perk is on a kill, on a precision kill.
I'm not sure if it can be
It would
modified.
spawn an axiom bolt that would seek somebody out.
Nice.
And then, I mean, they're doing more tweaking and things, where some people are like,
Return to the
you know, every precision kill spawning an axiom bolt seems pretty OP.
Okay.
So they were like, how about like there's a 5-second cooldown
Oh, sure.
for each axiom bolt?
That makes sense.
Because, I mean, if you kill 3 people really quickly,
Oh,
there's
right.
3 axiom
Right,
bolts
that's just gonna
suddenly
like
running
it's
around.
gonna spiral out of control.
Exactly. Or like if you just killed like 10 thralls in a roll,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
that point you call it the Hydra.
But no, like Bungie has zero obligation to make this an actual gun
Yeah.
in the game, but it would be so cool if it was.
It'd be one of the coolest things. And then Cosmo,
Yeah.
who is actually the guy who founded the Destiny subreddit,
Right.
he is now part of the community team over at Bungie.
Ooh.
He made a post and
Yeah.
said, "You know what? I can't make any promises,
Right.
and we have and the team has no obligation to put this in the game.
Right.
However, I did send this to our weapons team
Right.
in house, and they're looking into it.
Okay.
So if that somehow made it into the game, that would, despite the hot water that Bungie's kind of in right now,
Right.
that would probably be one of the coolest things you could do for the community.
Oh, absolutely.
Be like, hey, Reddit made this gun. Boom.
Right.
in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a funeral. A death
That'd be awesome, and that would set a really cool precedent
prepared for the next
for given that like the live team, right, is
Yeah.
the people who are basically managing Destiny 1 at this point.
No.
No?
No, the live team, what they're doing is they're the ones managing the events.
Okay.
So they're the ones who are putting on the Sparrow Racing League that's going on now.
Right.
They're the ones who made the Festival of the Lost.
Right.
Those are the events that they're doing.
Okay.
When the Death Singers begin their song.
Oh, this is the stealth mission, and you also have to wait for the bridge to
What
form.
she's trying to say
Ah.
is that she doesn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep my
So
ear
there are different teams, and what the live team does.
Yeah.
And I.
So how
step on his
Sparrow
head.
Racing League came to be about is they had a hackathon
Yeah.
in their office where it's like, make something in Destiny.
Right.
And the small team made, like, one guy made Sparrow Racing League.
Okay.
Like, he came up with Sparrow Racing.
Right.
Because let's be honest, any game where you give players vehicles,
Right. It's gonna happen.
they're gonna race them.
Right.
And so, after he did that...
Frequency ghost.
What are you doing?
And your modification.
They said to stay out of sight.
We'll be ready.
Not...
Then move quietly and unseen.
Never mind.
There's no clear target. It's just really bright. I
yeah,
don't
it
know.
just means keep running forward.
Oh, okay. The one time I try to pay attention to the plot and it foils me.
Yes. But yeah, so like they started with one guy during the hackathon, made
Let's
it,
hope
Yeah.
this works.
and then they were like, "Hey, let's see what else we can do." Also, the more you run, the more visible you are. They now know you're there.
Cool.
Okay,
What?
you're about to get murdered.
What happened?
You got teleported because they found you. You better try and
I don't-
move.
I don't understand. I can't.
Exactly, because they caught you. It's a stealth mission.
Right. It just I didn't understand why it like teleported me.
Because you were caught.
Let's hope this works.
Right, but like I would understand if it just shut me down where I was.
No, it's space magic.
Okay.
So you see the enemies.
Keep
Yeah.
your distance.
They will have a red
Red circle,
circle around.
yeah.
Yeah, stay out of that circle.
Okay.
And don't run, because the more noise you make,
The chasm.
the more you can be
enter
seen.
Their world.
Now, just because you get in the circle doesn't mean you're immediately caught. Until that happens. And now you've been caught.
Okay.
I mean, you could just... Really?
How did I get?
You
Well, okay, I have to see what bounty this is
Let's hope
because
this
what?
works.
How did I get a bounty for that?
I have no idea.
I can't see you.
Into the
See
void?
me.
Get 30 void weapon kills. So it's good to know.
That
Technically,
technically a suicide counts.
right?
Keep your distance.
Of
They can't
course
see you,
it
but they
does.
can
Right.
Still smell you.
Also, you have to get that little thing. over there,
Oh, gotcha.
And you have to take it over there to activate the bridge.
Gotcha.
Enter their world.
It's like, yeah, you don't have to crouch the whole time. You just, can't run. Because
Right.
it'll make lots of noise. See, there you go. I think this is really interesting.
Okay.
That they were like, alright, people be complaining about our mission structure, and it's all just go to point A, kill things, defend
Uh huh.
your ghost.
Right.
And, that was every mission.
Right.
Like, you know what? Stealth mission.
Yeah.
You're invisible.
No, I really appreciate the idea.
Yeah. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of stealth missions, but
Sure.
you know what? And then just there you go. I mean, it's like one of the easiest stealth missions.
Right. Yeah.
Once you know what's going on.
Right.
You think they heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And then there's like one more part like after that.
Oh, okay.
The Death Singers. They are prepared to descend. Cry.
Why am I red?
When
Because that's their indicator of your being detected.
Songs in the wind.
So you know how in Skyrim there was that
Yep.
eye. The more noise you make on this,
Crota's tomb
the more
will
red you
indicate
get.
what
Gotcha.
remains
Saying,
of
hey,
his
you're being
soul.
detected.
Sure.
There are a lot of tombs here. How do we
So you have to
find
get
Crotus?
up there without being detected,
When
really.
you see it.
That was close.
Eh.
I mean, it is the Crota fight, so I mean, there's a lot of areas you can.
Can't double jump?
No, that would give
Okay.
yourself away. The same reason why oracles can detect, or the harpies
Uh-huh.
can detect you in the Gorgon maze. When
Okay.
you double jump, it makes a lot of noise.
See, I've done that like twice in my life. And I've done this once. I've only been in this room once before.
Okay. All right, now you're free to go. Go for it. Whatever.
So,
I mean, to be honest, you don't have access to Destiny except
Right.
when you come over.
right, exactly.
So,
No.
Da, 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 da.
Crota's death essence.
It's working. How much do we
like a Slurpee. Like a monster Slurpee.
Man, I remember back when 7-Eleven had Monster Slurpees. It was great.
Oh, yeah?
It was like grape Monster Slurpee.
Yeah.
And it was so good.
Alright, so now your goal is to A, survive,
Yep.
or B, kill everything.
Boy, that's the same thing.
No.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Not if you've seen Born. There are very clear times in that movie where, yes, the goal is kill everything.
Yeah,
There are other times in the movie where it's like, nope, I shouldn't kill anybody and just survive.
right.
I believe this is when... Okay. Wow, I'm surprised that thing didn't kill you. I mean, sure.
Right. Why not, right?
I mean, yeah. So,
Yep.
Monkey, what is your favorite thing
Okay.
about Star Wars?
Favorite thing about Star Wars?
Favorite thing about Star Wars?
It's such an expansive setting and like concept that you can basically do anything and say it fits in somewhere.
That's true.
Which for me means like,
Our crazy campaign could actually be feasible.
right, it could be canon.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it doesn't contradict the movies,
Right, exactly.
was the original rule.
Right.
Now, I don't know if there is a rule.
Right, it's whatever Disney says now.
Yeah. This is like, that's not a thing.
Right.
Why? It's convoluted and dumb.
Yeah, what about you though?
I would say a lot of the lore
Okay.
and just how many stories there are and could be. Like, similar to your reasoning because it's so expansive,
Right.
but not because anything is possible, but because of what is possible,
Sure.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and then I really like a lot of the Jedi Order.
Sure.
And just what they stand for, and how, you know, once you learn more... What? I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't notice that either.
Guardian,
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Sure.
Eris started doing stuff all of a sudden.
Right.
It was like, what? Yeah, but just like what all is possible, and you know, the more you learn about the Jedi Order and everything,
Yep.
you get even more disappointed by the
so little
prequels.
time.
Okay.
Like how cool Mace Windu actually is.
Right.
And then it's like, guys, you wasted Samuel L. Jackson and that character so bad.
Right, for sure.
You could have done so much.
Yep.
Because I didn't know that he was the only Jedi to master all 7 forms of lightsaber combat.
There is possibly one other. The Jedi Master Trainer, who is his name is like an anagram of the guy who was the choreographer for the stunts and stuff and the lightsaber fighting
There
in episode
is one.
1, 2, and 3.
He is the confirmed master of all the Jedi forms.
Yes, I think his name is like Kin Dalig or something,
I could see
which
that
is like
being a thing.
the Star Wars character name. I don't remember the actual guy's name.
Yeah. But yeah, just like how Mace Windu, I mean, was like the second most powerful Jedi, only beaten by Yoda.
Right, for sure.
And he was the youngest Jedi Master ever
Right.
at 28.
Yep.
I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could have shown a lot more awesomeness, but no, you were dumb.
For sure.
So that is the last story mission
Okay.
for the Taken King.
Yep.
However, it's also Crucible time.
Yep.
Also known for Monkey as SRL time.
Yay!
Which I'm not liking SRL anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Because I'll be in first.
Uh-huh.
And it will be going smoothly.
Yeah.
And then I'll hit a pebble.
Yep.
And my sparrow will flip out. And then I'll explode.
Sure.
And there have been many times where it legitimately has been nothing.
Ah. I
And,
see.
like, I will make the same corner over and over again. And randomly I'll hit something and it's like, what? What?
Sure.
Not fun.
Okay.
Not a fan. Yeah.
Cool.
Just super excited for Star Wars.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I still need to make that prison.
The what? Oh, the prison. Right.
Yeah, for the campaign I'm doing in January.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, you're all being thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Push. I thought I would come up with a name with it that's not Legend of Grimrock.
Sirius Stone.
Sirius Stone.
Sirius Stone.
Wow.
Or if it's a smaller prison, Sirius Pebble. Something asteroid. Scary asteroid. Booga booga booga. Booga booga booga.
Oh, wow. Throw some Destiny into our, I mean, we're not.
Booga booga booga. Booga booga booga.
I still think that was one of my favorite videos I've seen of Destiny. Is a guy who would hide in the tower,
Yeah.
wait for someone to walk by. He'd jump out, do the booga booga booga, and then jump away.
Okay.
It was just really funny.
Sure. Booga booga booga.
I do regret not buying the Michael Jackson dance.
I
Yeah.
hope you're ready for this.
I should have bought it.
Yeah. So, on the topic of Star Wars campaign ideas or RPG campaign ideas,
Yeah.
one of the ideas I've been working on because of Destiny is a Destiny campaign.
I have also been working on the same thing, trying to figure out what would be the best system to use.
Right. So, let me share with you my ideas and then we can like swap ideas and stuff.
Okay.
So, using the Star Wars system,
Yes.
my thought process was, say I was using, because for the most of the time I've only had Edge of the Empire.
Yeah.
Like I've had Force and Destiny now for some time, but I've been
yeah.
mostly relying on Edge of the Empire for my like Star Wars RPG,
Which is
ideas.
what I'm going to be using for my campaign.
Right, bro.
That was a jerk. What the heck? What, man?
All right then.
God, okay. Go on.
Yeah. So
I've never seen that happen.
I've never seen that one happen either. All right. So my idea
Yes.
was. Oh, that's not a trick.
No.
It's because it's one of these.
Yeah, it's not your standard sparrow that you normally use.
Right. What was I saying? I got distracted.
So Edge of the Empire.
Edge of the Empire, Star
for
Wars.
Destiny.
Destiny, right. So my idea was, if using Edge of the Empire, for example, as the main source book,
yeah.
then the party plays citizens of the city who don't yet have the light. And if
Well,
anyone takes... or they have, like, only a minor amount. No? Okay.
Because a guardian is specifically from someone who's being resurrected.
Right.
You don't become a guardian. You're
Right.
brought back as one.
I know. Follow me on this.
Okay. This will be good, ladies and gentlemen.
And then should one of them die,
yeah.
and they chose to go into a, like, the Force Exile or Force Sensitive specialization or career or whatever,
Yeah.
then they could become a Guardian.
Because they're dead.
Right.
Being brought back. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Uh-huh.
the only thing that's a little bit hard
Right.
is the GM has to, be their ghost as well.
Right.
And depending on the size of the party, which should be 3.
Right. No, for real. That's a good point, though.
Yeah. Like, you have to voice all 3 ghosts.
Right. Unless they're, like, ghost triplets.
No.
Or conjoined ghost.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's why I'm like, if they're not Guardians, it's easier.
No, yeah, if they're not Guardians, it's super easy. But then, like, the most they could fight is, like, a drag.
Right. Yeah, that's why, like, everything else that's bigger becomes, like, the super terrifying boss.
Yeah.
We can win.
Or, you could do
Uh-huh.
a story of the Golden Age.
Sure.
Of, like, the travelers here and, like, our lifespans are
Right.
expanding and there's no real issues. And you could do, like, collapse stories that
Right.
lead up to being Guardians.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure what system works best,
Right.
for the Guardian section.
Sure. Like, in theory, if you're using the Star Wars system, you could use Force and Destiny, maybe?
Yeah, but, I mean, how are you gonna do... what mechanic would you use for supers?
That's their force power that they're most invested in.
Alright, you get 1 force power. Alright, what would you use for Nova Bomb?
Unleash.
Radiance.
Enhance. Or protect.
I mean, yeah. Actually. Fist of Havoc.
Unleash.
Hammer of Soul.
Would it be wrong if I said Unleash?
Technically, no.
I feel like Unleash is the super, because it's actually
Yeah.
a thing that requires higher force rating.
But the thing is,
Mhm.
for a super,
Right.
like, there's no...
Right. There's no mechanic to keep it from keep doing that over and over.
Well, there's also no mechanic for really unleashing it either, because how it works is you gain up the energy and then you just unleash it.
Right.
But with Star Wars, how that system works is you have to see if you get enough pips.
Right. Well, I mean, you can just do it at the cost of conflict and dark side.
Exactly, but in Destiny, those aren't a thing.
Right.
I mean, you could do morality
Right.
to see if you become like Toland or not.
Right.
Like, you're not evil,
Right.
but the city isn't. The city's also like, dude, get out.
Right, for sure.
Like, one could be
Mhm.
the speaker has you as a right-hand man,
Right.
or they outlaw you out
Right.
because you getting in some bad juju.
Ooh.
Ooh.
4th edition Dungeons and Dragons, I feel, could also work.
I feel that would probably be the best one to use
Yeah.
because you get dailies.
Right. Which are, like, specifically things that you get once per day. It's your super.
Exactly.
You get one move. You have, like, your bread and butter moves you can use every once in a while.
Which is like your Suros, your
Right.
other things.
And then you get your one big move where it's like, I'm just going to wreck face.
Yeah. I feel everyone at that... Although what I would do is I would probably limit it to 3 archetypes of classes.
Sure.
And probably I would limit it to like 3 races.
Sure. Yeah.
It'd be like, this represents the Exo, this represents the human, which would be the human.
Right.
And I guess you could just do elf, human, or forged.
Sure. I mean, if you
I
just
mean-
wanted to stick with core book things, you could go with something like Dwarf. Because mechanically, it's kind of the bigger, bulkier...
And they're immune to poison.
Right.
And stuff. So yeah, you could just do... I feel
The classic human elf
5th
dwarf.
edition would work too.
Yes.
No, because you don't have like dailies.
Right, there's not a concept of
For
you have
super.
one really big thing. It's you have a variety of big things you can just throw out that could be wildly different from
That's
each other.
true. True. How would you handle... Death and revive.
I would be tempted to treat incapacitation, like, instead of death being, like, it like, when you hit 0 hit points, you're dead.
Yeah.
And then when somebody, like, heals you or revives you or something, that's you getting back to 1 hit point or more.
Or,
Okay.
so how it works is when you're revived in Destiny, you're back at full health.
Yeah.
You could throw a level 4 dragon at level 1 party members and they could just keep coming back.
Right. Sure.
I mean, you could. I feel at that point,
Right.
you wouldn't... I almost feel Star Wars would be better
Sure.
for that because you're not really dealing in experience points in Destiny so much.
Right.
You are to, a point,
Right, but
but
it's
that's
not...
not the point of the game.
Yeah.
The point of the game is loot.
Right.
So, I feel 5th edition has the most when it comes to like loot flexibility.
Sure.
But that's just because in 4th edition they write everything down.
Right. It's true. Everything has mechanical something to it.
Exactly. You could do
Uh-huh.
your super
Yeah.
could be an auto crit
Okay.
on many people like somehow make it balanced for everybody
Uh-huh.
where defender does X everything else
Right.
but make it so every action they do
Yeah.
charges their super meter,
Okay.
and after they have charged it enough,
Yeah.
like say, hey, you have to hit 100,
Yeah.
and then every action you do, like killing something gives you 10 points,
Yes.
hitting something gives you 3 points.
I'm totally sorry. I just realized I started another race and I didn't pass it to you.
I figured since it was so quick
Yeah.
and games are normal crucibles like 10 minutes, I
Right.
figured 2 races would be fine.
Okay, sure. Like, I just realized, like, oh, wait a minute. I didn't give him the controller.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
I planned for that. I just wasn't going to say anything to not break the momentum.
Sure.
But yeah, and do that sort of system.
Okay.
I just haven't figured quite out like how to make the supers balanced.
Right.
But at the same time, they're kind of not balanced.
Right. Exactly.
So, the whole purpose of it is just like... you could just do Star Wars and do a full narrative aspect of it.
Right.
And at that point be like, every hit, every kill is worth X amount of points.
Sure.
Every successful check
Right.
gives you more points to your super.
Yeah.
Except when you're not in combat, because then it just doesn't charge.
Right.
And then every fail check, it doesn't take away points from your super.
Right.
It just doesn't give you points to your super.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you think of that one?
I can see that being an interesting way to do that.
Yeah. And like getting a triumph is, worth more.
Sure. Yeah.
I just want to build it around the narrative system just because the narrative system is so cool.
Right. Yeah. So for me too, I'm like, I see this again because of the genres I'm interested in and the way I look at this game.
Yeah.
Is like you looked at it and you said like one of the big things about it is loot.
Yeah.
For me, loot's like the last thing I think about when I think about with Destiny. Strangely enough.
I'm going off the design document from the company.
Right.
Which is, it's a loot and shoot.
Right.
It's all about the mechanics and it's all about getting more loot. Like, that's
Right.
what drives people to play it more.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, like, what would be your exotics? What would be...
Sure.
But then I also, I love gear in games.
Right.
The more gear I get, the more I can customize it, the happier I am. Which, by the way, I learned even more rules of lightsaber building in the Star Wars game you need to know.
Okay.
Which we can discuss after we talk about this.
Sure.
But yeah, so, for me,
Right.
a lot of this game is loot.
Right.
It's not the only thing and not the most important thing, but it's a huge thing.
Right. And so, to contrast that with what I was thinking about when I was thinking of like a Destiny art campaign,
Yeah.
was I was thinking pretty much entirely from like the lore side.
No, that's a really good thing.
Like, how can I best represent this lore in a tabletop RPG?
Yeah. And I feel that would work just fine.
Right.
Especially, like, early on, it's a lot about loot because that's how you get your level up.
Right.
But when you look at, like, Tolan the Shatter and all of them, like, they have their signature weapon.
Right, exactly.
But they didn't start with their signature weapon.
Right.
So I feel early on in the game,
Yeah.
it would all be about loot. But later on, it'd be like, no, like, this is his gun.
Yeah, for sure.
This is your helmet, and so
Right.
on and so forth.
Yeah.
But introducing that lore of, like, Toland and
Mm-hmm.
Saint 14 and all the others
I liked
Yeah.
this better when we were in the first
who
place.
headbutted a Kel so hard it died.
Yup. Which is, you know, pretty cool.
He did it when he was blind.
Right.
Ooh, come on. Oh! You just barely You just punched the mic.
No, I didn't touch the mic.
You just punched the mic.
No, I didn't.
You just punched the mic.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
You gotta. Man, you just messing with the mic left and right.
Sorry. Doesn't look like anyone's watching.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't do this for the viewers. Well, I mean, I do it for the viewers, not for the views.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. I get that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, no, I would love to incorporate the lore into, like, an RPG.
Right.
I've just been, like, I've been working on it for about a year, trying to figure out, alright, what system do I use?
Sure. No, I get that.
How do
For
I
real.
incorporate the mechanics of the game? And
Right.
then I think of, you know, the chances of getting a triumph
Uh-huh.
are actually pretty decent.
Right, right. Yeah, it's true.
So your triumph
Could-
could be your super.
Right. Yeah, that might be how you flavor it is when I get my triumph is when I
Yeah.
get to use my super.
Or, like,
And
if-
spend enough advantage or something.
or spend enough advantage, or, like, say someone just keeps messing up and can never get it, and be like, eventually it's like, you know what, you got it.
Right.
Because otherwise you're just going to be here forever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, no, there's plenty of ways we could do it.
Cool.
I'm not going to be good at Rift, because I'm not good at Rift. But
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I want those points.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that's Crucible?
Negative.
Negative, okay. Fine by me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
Oh, they're all rocket launchers.
Yep, they're all rocket launchers.
Alright.
I almost feel like a superhero game might work.
Cough, cough, mask, cough.
Well, Mask would be one, but I feel like Mask's emphasis on like inner party dynamics is not necessarily the tone of Destiny.
See, when you get into lore, I feel it is.
Okay.
Because there is a lot of inner party tension with the man who made Bad Juju.
Tolan.
The
Isn't
man
that
who
Tolan?
made Thorn.
The man who must not be named
Yes.
is like Dragon Yor or something.
Draken Yor.
Yeah.
They're like the tension between Osiris and Saint 14.
Right.
The tension of Tolan and the Speaker. The
Right.
tension of just Draken Yor and his ghost.
Sure.
There's a lot of party term. It's just all in the grimoire.
Right. Yeah.
Party tensions when you do a raid.
Okay. I'm like. Yeah. No. Maybe again it's because I've done like 3 or 4 raids in my life, and they were
When
all
someone's
very
upset
weird.
and doesn't like you and you're forced into a raid together, there's plenty of tension.
Sure.
No, there's plenty of inner party tension. But
Okay.
I also agree, like, Mask isn't really the tone
Right.
or the style
Right.
but I don't know any other superhero RPG tabletop games.
There's a few others. There's
Would Exalted or Fate work?
I have not looked into either of those systems much, so possibly. I have thought about, since I have L5R, if you were willing to go abstract
Well, I hang out with you. And have you met my mom?
If you, if you were willing to go abstract, you could abstract the different subclasses as the different schools of the.
Alright, then let's run with this.
Okay.
What? Oh, it's not triple jump.
No, it's not.
I was like, oh, I'll just. Why am I jumping so high?
Right.
Alright. So, who is. Okay.
Yep.
Who is your. Titan?
Which, so I specified the subclasses. Like, it would be hard to represent a whole class.
See, all I heard was class. I didn't hear the subclass.
Oh, sure. I think you could
Alright.
represent the subclasses as
Who's
schools.
your defender?
Defender is probably one of the crab. The Hitabushi crab.
Okay. Who is your striker?
Probably a Matsu.
Yay.
Or one of the lions.
Lions. Okay. Who is your... Who's your Sunbreaker?
Sunbreaker.
Who's the most OP clan? The Unicorn.
It's probably the lion again.
Okay.
It might be. Actually, let me think about that. Striker could actually be Unicorn. And Sunbreaker Lion. Because the Unicorn have this crazy damage potential, and they're very mobile.
Sure.
Like, they hit hard,
No one forces.
and they're mobile while doing that.
Okay.
The Sunbreaker, or the Lion, on the other hand, is, like...
You're not going to get past me.
The Lion tends to be very, like, consistently master of battle. Like, they have things that can just... When they're in a battle, and they're, like, at their peak, they just perform well, and are a menace to everyone. They're hard to kill, they kill well, and they are just a presence on the battlefield. So, that's kind of where I'd be inclined to go with that.
Okay. Well, that's a good place to go with it. Alright, who's your sun... Praise the sun.
Sunsinger.
Yeah, that one.
Um,
Who's your Sunsinger?
Sunsinger,
Phoenix.
probably one of the Phoenix Shugenjas.
Probably gonna definitely be a Shugenja.
Yeah.
Which, I think Shugenja aren't, like, really that powerful.
Well, there are some Shugenjas that are rather powerful for combat. Like, so there's the Dragon Shugenja, for example, who they specialize in primarily, I think, fire and earth. And so, like, their whole deal is they create, like, they can, their unique thing as a school is they can take a Shugenja spell that has a target of, like, one person and turn it into, like, either an alchemical bomb or potion.
Okay.
So say you had, like, some kind of armor spell or something, right? You turn that into a potion, so you don't have to cast it later. It's already cast and prepared. It just takes you enough time to drink the thing, and then you fully have that spell engaged.
That'd be cool.
So, like, say, I don't know. It basically makes them incredibly ready for combat without having to worry about, well, I need this much prep time to do my things. It's, I'm already ready to jump into a fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your Nova Bomb?
Nova Bomb. Okay. I take it back. Here's my thought on this.
Okay.
Who was I just talking about? I'm so bad at this.
Nova Bomb.
No, before that.
Oh, so you were talking about Phoenix.
Phoenix Shugenja. Dragon Shugenja is probably Sunsinger.
Okay.
And Void Walker is probably a Phoenix Shugenja.
Okay.
Partially because they're the only ones that can actually specialize in void magic.
Oh, see, I wouldn't go near that.
Well, it's not just that, but it fits well with their other things that they have going on. Where
Okay.
like they're a relatively like balanced and variety kind of Shugenja,
Okay.
where they've got
The
different
only
tools for
issue
different
I have
things.
with Shugenja is they never really seemed worth taking in that system.
Okay, I think it's partially that, like, we just didn't look at somebody who, had made one, really.
Like, nobody really made one except one person who wasn't able to be there that often.
Right.
But also, like, it just takes so many experience points to do one spell, and there's such a high chance of it never working.
There's actually a pretty, it actually is a pretty high chance of success.
Well, not from the way it was described to me.
Okay. Like, their chances of success are actually pretty good. Because they only need, to cast a, third level spell or something, they basically need, a 20, 25 maybe?
Okay.
Which-
I mean, it's super easy.
By that point, you're rank 3, and if you're doing magic, you probably got, I don't know, 8, keep 4 or something.
Yeah.
Which is pretty solid.
That's really high.
Right.
Like, eventually I was able to get to 10 keep and everything.
Right. And if you have that much, you're going to be able to cast really, really high powerful spells.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I think it would have been different, and you would have a different perspective on them if one of the main characters who stuck around had been a
Had
Shugenja.
been one. Yeah, I agree. It's just we didn't really have a whole lot of experience with them.
Right. And also the campaign was particularly...
Combat oriented.
Right. It was like a war. Which...
Which, I mean, that's what Destiny would be. I mean, we're at war.
True. But everything is... I don't know. It's a little different, I think. You're not looking at massive scale engagements at a time.
Oh, no.
Typically.
But you could. You could do...
Right,
Oh, no,
you
no,
could.
no. The battle... In the lore,
Right,
there
in the lore,
is.
there are examples of that. So you could have the opportunity for it. Yeah.
That was a jerk move. Like, yeah, there would be opportunities for it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's all in the lore, not actually in this.
Right.
How would you do, like, strikes and stuff? Actually, no. I should go back to my...
Okay.
First thing. Oh, dang.
Yep, you're dead.
You were saying?
Ooh.
Take that, Sunbreaker!
Very nice.
Boom. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a Storm Trance, now you're dead.
Now I'm dead. Oh, Storm Trance. Alright, who'd you Storm Trance?
Storm Trance would probably be... I'd be tempted to say Mantis, Shugenja.
Oh, they're super mobile.
They're rather mobile, and they have some good combat potential. They're fairly durable, and they have like a couple different things that they're good at, and then a few things that they're bad at.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why I love the Maida multi-tool.
nice.
Who is your... Alright, your hunter ones.
Okay,
Like, who's your golden gun?
Golden Gun. I feel like Golden Gun is probably a Mantis. The Mantis Archer.
Okay.
Just because it's a school dedicated to, I'm not going to make the most shots, but every shot I make is going to be where I want,
Yeah.
and it's going to be devastating.
Okay. Your... Night Stalker.
Night Stalker, Scorpion. Pick and choose. Take your choice. Just a Scorpion.
Okay. Hey, Scorpion, what are you? Oh, you're Night Stalker. What kind of Scorpion? All of them.
Right. I mean,
Okay.
probably particularly a ninja, but even their bushi and stuff has enough tricks like that
Yeah.
it could be a Night Stalker.
Alright. Your... OP year one stupid
Blade
Blade
Dancer?
Dancer.
Blade Dancer. Da. Blade Dancer. Crane.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they super mobile and super deadly?
They are known for being Like,
Because I know they're the most elegant and the best clan in the entire thing.
sure.
Like, but I never saw them as like I was never super mobile
Right.
and super deadly. Okay, I was super deadly, but that's because that's how I built the character.
They can choose to they can get a kata, which makes it so their air, which is like how like agile they are, is like the thing they use for their attack instead of agility. Or yeah, so it's their reflexes they can use instead of agility.
Okay.
And so they end up being able to get, like, their defense is higher and higher and higher, and just being this super quick, hard-to-hit thing in your face. And then also hit really hard, too.
Okay. That could be cool.
Yeah. I don't know if it's 100% the best for it, but it's the one that most comes to my mind.
Yeah.
And with further investigation, I might find things that work better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all 9 subclasses.
Right. And then in theory, if I wanted to, like, really abstract it even more, I would probably try to take different clans and say, this clan is the Sunbreaker clan, and all of their schools are variants of Sunbreakers.
That could almost work.
Right.
Lore-wise, I would do how... No, you don't want to log
Oh,
into
sorry.
yourself.
Sorry. Have it. Have
Log
it.
out.
Whoopsies!
Alright, now turn it on. There you go.
Got it!
But yeah, like, in lore, I would also make it be like, if you're gonna be a Sunbreaker, like, you don't work with the city.
Right.
You're not a part of the city.
Right.
You're off in Mercury.
For sure. Right.
Yeah. No, I feel L5R could work. I love L5R as a
Right.
system.
And you would have to abstract it a bit, because not everyone's going to be throwing supers and crazy things like that.
I feel that's a big part of the Destiny gameplay and the feel
Okay.
is the supers.
Sure.
So, like, that's my only hesitation with L5R is
Right.
supers.
Right, exactly.
So... But I mean, like, this is not a narrative or cinematic game.
True.
And all of the systems we use are narrative and cinematic.
Right, exactly.
So it's going to be having a completely different feel, which, I mean, once you get past that, it's fine.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, any of them could work.
Right.
It just takes a lot of wiggle room.
Right.
That's something I would like to do one day.
Right. Yeah, it'd be
Like,
cool.
We have so many
Ideas.
ideas.
Right.
I feel if we close down the channel of holding
Uh-huh.
with games,
Right.
every single day,
Yeah.
we could have a different RPG game going.
Right. If
That's the dream.
we end up going full time on this and we're able to start to support ourselves with
Yeah.
this, then by all means I will be like, all right, we can do a game a day.
If we're going full time, we would have to do games a day.
Well, no, I mean like a role playing game a day.
I could see role playing during the day
Uh huh.
and then video games in the evening.
Right.
Because we would have to somehow manage, 8 hours a day.
Right. Yeah.
We just got to find people.
Right. Yeah. That's the other thing is there has to be a good bit of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Leslie. Hola. Hi. How's it going?
But then my dream
Yep.
is to rent a 4-bedroom cabin
Yes.
in the woods.
Yep.
Once a year
Uh huh.
for a week.
Yep.
And just RPG the entire week.
Nice.
And that would be like a yearly game.
That would be awesome.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Also, you're playing Rift, by the way.
Oh, awesome. I love Rift.
I just didn't know if you wanted to do more SLR and more to play Rift.
Oh, that's all good.
But the thing I wanted to tell you about lightsabers.
Yes.
So,
Ah.
I learned many things. You get bonuses if it's your own lightsaber.
I know in Saga Edition you do.
In the current edition, you do as well.
Okay.
So you can modify your lightsaber.
Yes.
You can modify the lightsaber crystal.
Yep.
When you to install your crystal,
Yep.
it just happens. There's no check or anything.
Okay.
Um,
Yes, Leslie wants a lightsaber.
I'm aware.
Okay. That's good that it's going, Leslie.
So you get when you first install your lightsaber crystal,
Yes.
you get a free modification
Awesome.
to the crystal.
Right.
So like +1 damage, +1 vicious,
Right.
whatever
Yeah.
is possible from that crystal.
Yes.
Also, when you're making attachment checks and mechanics checks on
Yep.
your own lightsaber,
Yes.
you reduce the difficulty by 2.
Okay. That's cool.
So normally it's like a medium difficulty.
Right.
If it's your own, it's you reduce it by 2 up to simple.
Right. That's cool.
Also, there's a couple different rulings.
Yep.
It depends on your GM.
Okay.
Where some GMs are like, it's only your lightsaber
Uh-huh.
if you built it.
Okay.
There are others who feel, because of Luke,
Right.
how his father's lightsaber essentially became his lightsaber.
Sure.
And then he lost it as soon as it became his. Like, you would get that bonus if you got someone else's lightsaber.
Right.
But you've spent time with it and
Right,
you've
right.
done things with it.
I would say if it's narratively appropriate that this is your lightsaber,
Yeah.
that you should get a bonus with it.
And I was thinking that for our game.
Yeah.
But because of the lore, the way you're doing lightsabers,
Right.
it wouldn't be appropriate.
Correct. With how I'm running this.
Because it's established that there's a bucket of lightsabers.
Right.
You just chuck it in when somebody dies.
Right, exactly.
They're throwaway tools,
Yep.
which is not how anybody else views lightsabers. Monkey's a unique snowflake in that way.
It's the old Republic time period. They're a dime a dozen. Jedi and Force users are everywhere.
I'm just saying.
I know.
It's
I know.
Monkey's special little snowflake view of lightsabers at this time.
Right.
Which is why, for me, Kyle has no interest in this lightsaber whatsoever, and it is useless to him, even when it works, because it's not his or important to him.
Oh yeah, no. For real.
Yeah, so that's why I'm super excited for when we build our own.
Sweet. Yeah. I think
I think that's going to be a really fun thing.
yeah. I think it'll be good.
It also takes 3 days to build a lightsaber.
Yes.
There are benefits to building your own.
Okay.
On top of the mechanics checks
Yep.
are 2 simpler.
Yep.
You get a free modification. But for each triumph you roll,
Yeah.
you add a hard point to the lightsaber.
Nice.
And every despair you roll, you subtract a hard point away.
Cool.
Depending on how bad the failure is, like if you fail the roll and get a despair,
Yeah.
I would say your lightsaber hild's just destroyed and you gotta start all over.
Sure.
But when you do other things, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sans is pretty much just a tool for right now as well.
Right.
Yeah. I know I want to make a lightsaber Shoto
Yes.
with an extended hilt,
Okay.
also called a normal length lightsaber.
Right. Sure.
But thematically, because he's lanky,
Uh-huh.
makes sense.
Sure.
He's also making him into the nightsticks, basically.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, there's also 2 canons on how lightsaber crystals work now.
Right.
Which you didn't even know of the new one.
Right.
So on lightsabers.com. On StarWars.com. The new canon
Uh-huh.
is every lightsaber crystal is from one family of crystal.
Okay.
So like a Drake crystal
Yes.
is just because lizards have
Right.
lizards,
Yes.
they have to eat rocks in order to digest their food.
Right.
It just so happened that one time a day a rock crystal was in it as well,
Right.
and it got stuck in its gizzard and was just worn down and, infused by the Krayt Dragon. But that takes hundreds of years,
Right.
or decades. I don't know the lifespan of a Krayt Dragon. That was a beautiful throw.
Yep. Oh, you know it.
Yep. So only really old Krayt Dragons have, crystals in them,
Yep.
or the chance of a crystal. So there's that.
Why do I have tiny T-Rex arms?
Because you're a hunter
Hunters.
who actually have now a shorter lunge range than Titans.
I'm just so used to Warlock, where like my range is like 1 billion.
You're not a warlock.
But I'm a Warlock.
Okay, you maybe said warlock. Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, on just how like the crystal doesn't affect the color, but the Jedi's atonement does.
Right.
Which I kind of go back and forth on. I think it's kind of cool
Right.
that you like link the crystal to yourself.
Right.
At the same time, how crystals work and you know that sort of stuff.
Right.
I feel it's appropriate that the crystal dictates the color.
Right.
But I mean, I see it for both.
Yeah.
No more shotgun. You're like, nope. Tiny
Tiny T-Rex arms.
T-Rex hunter arms. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I learned
Yep.
that there are multiple ways that Padawans normally get a crystal.
Okay, cool, yeah. No,
So-
that sounds right.
Either
Yep.
the master just gives them a crystal
Right.
and be like, all right, time to make your lightsabers. Here's some crystals. Pick one.
Yep.
Or they go on a quest to find their crystal.
Yes.
So it depends on what we're gonna do.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna take the sort of like what's most appropriate for each of these characters kind of thing
Yeah,
and handle it over that like time skip period.
I can see that. I also learned something about the Jedi
Mm-hmm.
and how their thing works and how Josh is both right and wrong.
Right.
But I don't want to tell him because he already believes he's right and I don't want to encourage that.
Right.
So there's all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the more I'm learning about old Star Wars mythos and how they did things, the cooler they're getting. Carfell definitely not going to give us one.
Well,
He's going to give the one that gives a concussive force every time it hits something hard, so it backfires and hits you.
that would be hilarious.
I'm not going to slice you with my lightsaber, but I will beat you to death and myself.
No.
I mean, you have your super.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good shot.
Thank you. Nailed it.
Yeah, I think L5R would work pretty well for Destiny.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the Star Wars one would work pretty well also.
Right. Star Wars would definitely feel the more like
Thematic and
Yeah.
narrative aspect.
right.
Whereas L5R could do more of like the mechanical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And D&D would fit more of like the gear, loot, and shoot aspect.
Yeah.
And the supers. I feel it would do supers the best.
Yeah.
Because of dailies. That would not bode well for a pike. No, you'll be fine, Leslie. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. We
Everything
could give
will be
you
fine.
we could give you the one crystal that only grows on one specific planet that lights people on fire when you cut them.
Right.
For an 8 base damage for 2 turns. Because you know lightsabers weren't OP enough.
Right. Nailed it.
8 base damage
Yeah.
for 2 turns.
Yep.
Every time you cut them.
That's why it's like a really rare crystal.
Actually, it's not super rare.
It's rare enough.
It's only on one planet.
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
I'm just saying. Also, there are 2 planets where those crystals grow in abundance naturally.
Yeah.
Something starts with an I,
Uh-huh.
and the other one that starts with a B.
Yep.
However, the Jedi abandoned the first one because it was easier and more abundant. Or not necessarily more abundant, but it was just easier
Right.
and more effective and time and less time consuming to
Right.
get them from one planet than the other.
Yep.
So I mean, there's a whole untapped planet over there.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for when we get to build our lightsabers.
Mm-hmm. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I also learned that the thing that made you go that signified initiate the Padawan
Yes.
was when you built your lightsaber.
Yeah.
We're Padawans.
Yeah.
About to become
Well-
Jedi Knights.
Yes.
We have not built a lightsaber.
Correct. That particularly is something that has not always been consistent.
Oh no, it goes back and forth.
Right.
Also, the most powerful Jedis
Uh huh.
in history are the ones that have the most non-traditional Jedi upbringing.
Correct.
Obi-Wan,
Yep.
Yoda,
Yep.
Mace Windu.
Yep.
Because like Obi-Wan, he failed.
Yeah.
They're like, you're too old. You can't be a Padawan.
Yeah.
So he secretly hunted down Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yep.
And was like, train me! He's like, I got you.
Okay.
And then Yoda was also too old
Sure.
to be trained.
Yeah.
And then he's Yoda, so he's just like, you'll change. And he became a master at 93.
Nice. Yep.
And like stayed a master for like 800 years.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's because they were all player characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Player characters are the exception to the rule.
Player characters are the ones who get the special backgrounds.
Except for, player characters still can't have a black lightsaber.
Right.
Smokey's a jerk. Cough cough also is, super, super, super rare.
Right. There's like how many of them?
One
Yeah.
known of?
Uh-huh.
That doesn't mean that there's not others. Let's go hire an archaeologist.
Sure.
What's the worst that can happen?
Sure.
Say, you gonna switch over, buddy?
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
And originally, George Lucas only wanted 2 lightsaber colors, period.
Yep.
Blue and red.
Yep.
And some people were like, no,
Mm-hmm.
there should be more.
Right.
And I am so thankful for those people.
Yeah.
I think I have... Also, there's a lightsaber crystal
Uh-huh.
that I don't know why anyone would pick this.
Sure.
Especially in the, era where Jedis are being hunted down.
Right.
But the crystal that if you're force sensitive, you can sense that crystal.
Right.
Don't know why you would pick that one.
Yeah.
The only reason I thought about picking it
Uh-huh.
is that Ka became such a great Sith hunter.
Right.
He had stealth like Batman. Like people
Yeah.
know he's around but don't
Right.
know where.
He's got the bells like Kenpachi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People know he's there.
Right.
So they're terrified. Like, he becomes such a great Sith hunter
Yeah.
that they sense the lightsaber
Yep.
and freak out.
Nice.
I thought that would be like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that could be pretty cool.
Although using it for that purpose would probably cause a conflict every time.
Yeah, potentially.
Although hunting Sith down would probably also cause a conflict.
Right. It all depends on how he handles it. Because it's one thing to hunt and eradicate the Sith. Like, there's different approaches to that that would or would not cause conflict.
Yeah.
Just going like, you have dark side, I'm gonna kill you, versus, hey, bro.
Well, see, the reason why is for me...
Uh-huh.
Alright, so the Jedi started as just a philosophical think tank,
Right.
essentially, and then evolved from there once the Force Hounds were like, see, you're Force sensitive.
Right.
I'm gonna just kill you now.
Right.
Like, Ka's thing is he wants to destroy the Sith, not talk them out of it and bring it back.
Right.
Like, try to bring them back into the fold.
Right.
But, like, you're a Sith.
Yeah.
Stab.
Right.
Which is all sorts of conflict.
For sure.
Cabal signals out
So-
there,
Yeah.
Guardian. Vex
Yeah,
two.
alright.
Stop this race.
But depends, I mean, currently, because...
Explain that, because you said I couldn't kill the robot.
What?
No, I said you could kill the robot. It's just, if you strike him down, he will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. I didn't say you couldn't strike him down.
That is both a reference and potential spoilers.
Right, you can go ahead, Leslie. Sand can go ahead and kill the robot.
Yeah.
It's just, if she does that, know that he will become more powerful than she can
could ever
possibly imagine.
That's some smooth riding.
How, you and I don't know.
Yeah. It's a Naruto thing.
And an Obi-Wan thing.
And an Obi-Wan thing. It's a...
Okay.
Yes.
Explain that picture I sent to you.
Oh, that's easy. Okay, so...
Wait, is it going to spoil things?
It's going to absolutely spoil tons of things for Leslie.
All right,
if I were to explain that.
All right. So tonight we're going to go watch Star Wars after this.
Okay. And
you're
then I'll
going to
explain
explain everything
Right.
in that picture.
But not while Leslie's listening, so there's no spoilers for her.
Because I have a feeling, I just don't know. I have not watched that much of Naruto.
Sure.
So the parts that I sent you, I'm just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it totally makes sense.
Once you know the things.
Right. Yeah, once you know what those things are, it's like, oh, of course.
So you mean context.
Context. I have been practicing my how to spoil Bleach for you.
Are you okay now? Are you properly gonna spoil Bleach? Or are you gonna do
Now that I know that you have you're accepted and you're
Oh,
okay
I've totally
with me.
I'm not okay with you except of spoiling it, but I have accepted it's gonna happen, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, gotcha. Because if you were really didn't want me to do it, and you were like, oh man, I have to put up with this. He's gonna do this even though I don't
Oh no,
want him
I'd
to.
be more disappointed if you didn't spoil it now.
Oh, okay. All right. Because if that other case was the thing, then I was going to try to not spoil it for you as much as possible. But now that you've accepted it,
Oh no, I've accepted it.
right? Now that you've accepted it, I
Again.
don't want to disappoint.
Again,
Uh-huh.
I may complain and joke about seeing Star Wars
Right.
at 5:30 in the morning,
Right.
but I'm still for it, and I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Just because I complain about stuff doesn't mean I don't want it to happen. It's
Yeah.
mostly me joking around.
Right. So with that being said, I have been practicing how to properly spoil it for
Oh
you.
dear God.
So I've been running through okay, what are the key
How come
phrases?
Leslie doesn't get a countdown for Naruto?
Because I've been able to talk to other people about Naruto.
God dang it.
There's other people that haven't been keeping up with Bleach. I'm the only one. I want to talk to people about it.
I've tried to... Okay, honestly, I've been trying for the past 3 weeks.
Right.
And every time Hulu has crashed.
Yes.
It even crashed while I was trying to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Hulu needs to work on their app.
Also, given that I introduced her to Gurren Lagann and then didn't finish it for probably years later, I feel like I can't justifiably tell her.
Alright,
But,
that's acceptable.
Yeah.
I accept that.
Yeah, I don't feel I can reasonably say, why haven't you finished this? Because yeah, Gurren Lagann.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Leslie says, thank you for not spoiling it. She's on episode 201. And I'm also actively watching Naruto and have been watching it and moving swiftly through it. Darn right you can't.
Took your lead.
Guys, you just hit me from all of them. Look how slow I'm going.
Right, so yeah, no, Leslie's making good pace through it. You
I've
been stuck in filler.
I have, although I've accepted just skipping all filler.
Yeah. Right, because I'm not going to tell you what happens in the filler. Unless you really, really want to know what
I
happens.
really want to know about when their swords are like, bro, no.
Okay, I will give you a rough synopsis of that when the time comes.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm mostly just going to tell you what happens in the manga. Including, during that time frame of the anime, cutting out the filler.
Dang it.
Here's some probing questions to help narrow down how I'm going to do this. What things... obviously, I'm going to expect there's probably going to be questions.
Yeah. Oh, no. There will be so many questions.
Right. Is there a preferred, way or topics you're interested in learning about? What I mean by that is, are you most interested in their powers? Or are you interested in the narrative as well? Or what are the most important things you're looking for?
The narrative, the lore, the backstory, the flashbacks, the swords,
Okay.
the powers, the gear.
Okay. Gotcha.
I could bring up the Wikipedia and just start clicking things. It
Sure.
would be like that.
Sure.
that. Like a full synopsis and everything we know about the Fox one. Everything we
Fox
know.
one.
The Fox captain.
Oh, Komamora.
Yeah,
yes,
Komamora.
I will explain all of the
about-
captains in
everything
time.
about Komamora.
Right.
Everything about every captain. The government of how Soul Society works
Yes, give it time.
/ doesn't work.
Oh, it works.
Wow, some dude hit 72 things.
Nice. That's
Like,
impressive.
I've never seen anyone go above like 65.
I think I hit 71 once, but I never hit 72. That's
Yeah.
an awesome looking shader, though.
That's really impressive. Oh, that's the Hollow. I have that one
Good for you.
on Xbox.
Yeah, and Leslie, hey, you don't care about Bleach spoilers, right?
Should we spoil everything on the stream where I can't escape?
We could.
Come January, people.
Just be like, okay, everyone,
So much Bleach.
here's all the Bleach spoilers.
You know what? I'm just gonna say that starting in January,
Uh-huh.
full on Bleach spoiler territory.
Gotcha.
Nothing on Bleach is off limits coming January.
Sweet. It'll be a good time.
And the manga's not done yet, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's so close to being done, like... Okay, I'm
You
like...
said that like 6 months ago.
Exactly! We're at this point where we're just literally checking off, has this character reached resolution? Has this character reached resolution?
Okay.
Has this character reached resolution?
How big of a spoiler would it be just to name the characters who haven't had resolution?
I don't know how big of a... I can say the core cast has not yet reached resolution.
Well, I mean, that's why they're the core cast.
Right, exactly.
Do we figure out who his friend with his cell phone? Now, I know that he's not human.
We still do not know that answer.
Okay. Okay.
I have a theory,
Okay.
but I do not know for certain.
Okay. I'm also curious about Ichigo's mom.
That we do know, and I am so excited to tell you about that one.
I know a little bit about Ichigo's dad.
Uh-huh.
Leslie says, I've given up a long time ago on actually watching Bleach. I just really want to know what happened to Momo. Who's Momo?
Momo is the girl who was tricked by Aizen, who Toshiro, the little Iceman, cut thinking it was Aizen.
I do not remember this.
She was like the sweet, innocent girl who was like she like fawned after Aizen, and then was like heartbroken when he died. And then Toshiro fought Aizen, and then basically almost killed her. She was in like a coma after that. She got better. But yeah, you've seen this. It's been years ago.
By the way, when you spoil Bleach, I recommend starting at like episode 1. Because again, it's been years. So I would
Okay.
start like episode 1 and just,
Do you want me to identify every single thing starting from episode 1 and what it is? Because there are some drastically
Because
different.
apparently there's been something there since the very beginning that everyone misplaced. I still want to know about the butterflies.
The butterflies, I am now not 100% certain if it was just an artistic choice or if it ties into something else that we still do not have a solid answer to.
Okay.
Because there's something... Because this is a spoiler for, like, the content that Bleach eventually gets to.
Okay.
Where it gets to this point where we're no longer talking about individuals. We're talking about concepts and the universe and dimensions and beings that, like...
Which all Japan really deals with.
Right, exactly.
Which is why I love anime, because it deals with those high-level concepts.
Right, and that's where Bleach is at now.
Oh, good!
Like...
That's like the best... That's normally why... Okay, so the reason why I love 26-episode anime...
Yes.
Is because they get to that part...
Real quick.
Like, halfway through the
Right.
anime.
Yes.
Because there's only 26 episodes.
Right. So Bleach is at that point, and it's been going on that point since basically the manga, like the anime finished. this final chapter, or arc as it's called in the manga, whatever you want to call it, it's been going on for some time now.
Yeah.
This final arc has been basically building up and the culmination of everything before it.
Okay.
And so because of that, everything is now like finally coming together and they're finally addressing those sort of issues.
Okay.
But because of that, all this to say, the butterflies may be linked to that discussion, but it's not definitive because there's still information we do not yet know about certain parties involved.
Okay.
Also, Leslie says nice flip. Lol.
Don't judge me. Although someone on
Also,
Twitter,
I like that Orange Julius guy up there.
Of course you do.
I like Orange Julius. It's pretty good.
I've only ever had it like twice.
Yeah, I think I've only had it a few times myself, but every time I do, I'm like, oh, this was good. This was nice, cool, and refreshing.
See, I'm just disappointed because I hate bananas in smoothies.
Oh, okay.
I think every freaking thing from Orange Julius that I've had has had banana in it.
Did you ask for no banana?
We can win.
Yes.
Did they still put banana in it?
Yes.
But that's fine.
I know. That was bad service.
Yeah.
Which I've noticed. I actually get, like, in Kirkland, a lot of places where it's not super good
Practicing your
service.
quick getaway?
That's because college students.
I know.
Leslie says she doesn't. Leslie, how do you not like oranges? Oranges are awesome.
I'll be honest, I'm not a super fan of oranges.
Why? Why?
It's just too much work for so little reward.
But it's so sweet and juicy.
So's a peach.
But peaches are messy.
Not if you eat them, right? Not if you don't eat them like a gorilla.
Whoa! Whoa!
Your name's Mookie!
Wow! My uncle! No. I have a cousin who's a gorilla, and he finds that offensive, so I'm offended for him.
That's okay.
Ah!
I don't like it when the fans lag.
Leslie says, I don't like citrus. Sometimes I get a craving for it, and I will, like... And I eat, like, half a cutie, and I'm done, and have half a cutie for the trash. Half a
That's
cutie?
just wrong.
Right, that's like...
Like, I like citrus. I'm just
Yeah.
not a fan of oranges.
Okay,
But I love cuties.
right.
Like, it's almost like the perfect snack.
Yeah, they're super good.
They're super easy.
Yeah.
They're super good. They're delicious and healthy for you. Thanks, bro, for getting me onto the shortcut.
I can say I way prefer oranges to apples.
I would agree.
Because oranges, you can kind of like drink them while you eat them. They're so juicy.
I'm just not a fan of apples.
See, I like apples, it's just...
I don't
they're
like apple pie.
There's so much work.
Dude, they're less work than an orange.
But I can like... Not the way I eat them.
Like a gorilla.
Just remove, peel, stick it in mouth. Whole thing. Just put the whole thing in your mouth.
I mean, apples take way much work. Way less work. than
No, but you have to
orange.
not eat the whole thing.
You can eat the whole thing!
But it's like... It gets tough.
Yeah, if you have little baby teeth.
The stuff in the middle just isn't very good.
You have no taste buds.
It's not as sweet. It's not very good. Orange is sweet all the way through once you get past the rind.
No. You said all the way.
Yeah.
Oranges are not sweet all the way. Have you eaten the rind?
No.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's gross. You're up.
Oh,
I'll eat them if I'm going to sing a lot sometimes. But I like mandarin oranges. I really like apples. See, after I watched Death Note
okay.
and saw Ryuk eat a whole apple,
Yeah.
I was like, is that possible?
I mean, it's
So
possible.
I ate an entire apple. And that's how I eat apples now.
Okay. That's cool, I guess. Good for you, man.
I mean,
That's cool.
there was a girl involved. So.
Sure. I mean, that'll do it.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Yep. She said I reminded her of Ryuk, and that she liked Ryuk. So I'm like,
I can do this.
I can do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which translated to eat whole apple.
Yeah, that's how the thought process goes. Like, okay, high school. Oh man, high school. Oh man.
Yep. I like Fiji apples and Golden Delicious apples.
Uh-huh.
Do not like Granny Smith apples.
Okay.
Do not like Red Delicious.
Okay.
I cut the apples because I have sensitive teeth.
Ah.
That's
Alright.
understandable.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bam. Alright, so it is 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So you want to do a post show?
Do we want to? What do you want to do?
Well, I know we're watching Star Wars tonight.
Right.
So it depends on how much longer do we want to stream and play before we go watch Star Wars.
Okay.
I like it.
How are you feeling at the moment?
I feel pretty good. I'm hot.
I feel that.
It's exceptionally hot.
Yep. I feel like we have a good rapport going.
We do.
Do we want to leave it while we're high, or do we want to keep going?
Let's keep going for a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we have to sign off anyways, and we'll just keep going for a little bit.
Sure.
Alright, so, thank you for joining us
Uh-huh.
for the huff whatever time this is, doing off topic.
Yay!
And we hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to do a little bit of a post-show until we feel it's time to end.
Okay.
So, thank you for joining us.
Uh-huh. Bye.
Post-show.
Post-show. Post-show.
Open that window right there. Oh, you guys are probably going to hear the rain. But you know what? It's hot.
Yup.
I also need to start editing out the post-show. That's only for the live viewers.
Right.
You want the full thing, you gotta subscribe to our Patreon at... which I still need to make.
Right.
I think I'll do that. Like, that's how we'll start, like, the new year.
Okay. Cool.
One of the subscriber levels. Be a part of our RPG.
Yay!
I also start a new job in January.
Nice.
And
That's
by
cool.
new job, I mean first job I've had in almost 2 years.
Right. Yep. Happens.
I miss working.
Yep.
I miss school, too.
Yeah.
Like, some of my friends are like, I have so much homework to do. Like, you shut up.
I wish I had homework.
I wish I had homework. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm super excited for Star Wars.
Yay.
Hey, Lag, how you doing?
Yep.
It's been a while. Also known as 5 seconds ago.
Yup. I feel happy. Unlucky me. On my way. Living every day. I don't worry. Just a dream. There's something like to know someone having a wonderful time.
Leslie, you should probably do your homework. I think my favorite line from that song
Okay.
is the things that bother you never bother me.
Right.
Because there are so many times people are bothered by stuff, and I'm just like, alright,
I just killed Helen Keller.
you monster. How dare you? She is a national treasure.
Is she alive?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I'm like,
No.
what?
No. Killed her ghost. The 604th version of her
Oh,
ghost.
snap! Do you think? Oh, never mind. That was going to be a joke in poor taste.
Because they're all so tactful.
No, this one was going to be especially bad.
I think I've had worse. I say go for it because I did, the cup joke. The Starbucks cup one.
I was going to say...
Alright, hold on. Just so you know, this is the post show, which means slightly more adult content.
Yes.
Go on. You've been warned.
I was going to say, do you think the ghost finally figured out how to res her with the ability to speak and hear and see?
It's not even a good joke.
I know. That's why I'm like, it's bad taste, and it's not even particularly funny.
No. Alright, I regret that. I'm glad I know, but at the same time,
Right.
It's like,
Yeah. Not my finest bit of work.
no, you've done better.
Yep.
I think that's why I'm disappointed in some of your puns. It's like, you can do better than that. Don't bring the bar down, no. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Okay.
Bloody puns.
Nope.
What did you possibly get from that?
More like bloody pus.
Oh, that's gross.
You can turn it into a pun.
That's so gross.
Not a good one, but you can.
I don't even feel good anymore. I need something to drink. That's what you get. That's what you get for that one. That was so bad. Alright, Leslie says, I'm kind of writing a paper, but I wrote a lot today. Matthew, you're a terrible person.
Yeah, sorry.
That is one thing after you get to know us is Monkey and I are not particularly good people. However, everyone apparently always thinks you're the good one between us.
It's because I've got that innocent smile or something.
What innocent smile? Like Harold for the longest time.
Uh-huh.
Always said that I was the evil one.
Right.
And you were the good one. And the only way I could, dispute that was Mass Effect. Because I didn't want to bring up all the things. I'm like, I know I'm a horrible person. But for some reason, between the two of us, I'm seen as the devil. I can't wait to unlock Third Eye with that gun. Soon you can see the Fist of Havoc coming. I mean, when you meet Babyface Matthew with that twinkle in his eye who wanted to be a pastor. The babyface is now covered by a beard and a faux hawk. Who, I don't know if you still want to be a pastor or something else now.
I still want to do ministry, but
Okay.
how I envision it is no longer how I originally envisioned it.
Alright, so how do you envision it now if you're comfortable sharing?
I envision it now as basically using,
Video games.
basically using this channel as like a means to minister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's... Okay, so I've been trying to think how we could do, like, a Sunday show.
Right.
And I have a couple ideas.
And Frank? What is happening?
Anne Frank, Helen Keller,
What is happening?
Sir Cam...
I killed... I now killed Helen Keller and Anne Frank. I'm a monster!
I mean, you did call your guardian at one point, Tolan Light.
Right. Yeah.
Is Tolan a Nazi? Are you a part of the Nazi youth? That was a very, very bad taste joke.
Yeah.
Especially with Leslie, the half-Jewish lady in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's half, but
It's X
X
part.
amount of Jew.
Yeah. I guess
I don't know.
I guess you could say Jewishness is X amount of Jew. You get it? It's
I get it.
you.
I get it. A fourth.
Okay, cool.
And Matthew, if you're a Nazi, we can't be friends anymore. I don't think the Nazis would take him.
Yeah, I don't know how the Nazis feel about Hispanics.
I mean, you're half German.
Yeah,
Or would they see that as like even
I'm like-
more offensive?
I'm like a quarter German. I'm like half Mexican. And then some other European mutt in there.
Okay. Wait, so would the Nazis find that like even more offensive?
I don't know.
I mean, we don't really know how the Nazis feel about anything.
Right,
other
I try to
than-
avoid direct contact with Nazis when I can. True.
I mean, the closest I got to Nazi was when I went to Austria,
Uh huh.
and the Sigmund Freud Museum we went to had some Nazi-related stuff.
Leslie gets my humor.
God. Just gonna have the Leslie Matthew show. Then you can just be sitting there doing puns and horrible
that'll be the
jokes.
comedy hour.
God. You saying I'm not funny? Are you saying that I cannot entertain a crowd? I mean, we only have one viewer. So, I
what
mean,
kind of funny? Like haha funny? Like like weird funny? Like funny like a clown?
No. I'm terrified of clowns. That is my fear.
I've never actually seen that movie.
What movie? It?
No, what movie is that? The line I was quoting. It had the guy who plays the shorter guy in Home Alone.
Oh.
That guy plays the big scary mob boss in whatever movie I was quoting.
I do know in Animaniacs,
Yeah.
the pigeons do that joke a lot.
Interesting.
Like, oh, do I look funny to you? Do you like haha funny? Do I? Do I look like so funny I would strangle your neck while I stuff a meatball down your throat?
Yeah.
That kind of funny?
Yeah, that. That's from a movie. But I don't remember what.
Probably Goodfellas.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm pretty sure it's Goodfellas.
Yeah. See, Leslie, it's all about the healing embrace of good quality puns.
Yeah. That could be a Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday show.
Sure.
Like a you and Leslie show
Mm-hmm.
for like ministryness,
Yeah.
but with like retro games in the background.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to do retro games for a while,
Right.
but I just couldn't figure out how to do it.
Sure.
Heavy ammo on the way.
Just die.
Nice. Ooh, is this is the zone control.
This is zone control.
Nice. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Ace Luna!
versus a sidearm was not the smartest of choices.
No, you can take him out with the pistol, the sidearm. It's totally worth it. Like it's awesome. So I got the new Monarchy pistol sidearm, and it fires. I feel like it fires considerably faster than some of the other sidearms like Havoc Pigeon,
What kind of grenade are you?
but it's not nearly as stable.
Oh,
So
so
it's-
I like really stable things.
So it's not as stable, but it has a higher fire rate. And it also doesn't have a silencer, and it's got like a rather large boom, given that it's like a tiny little sidearm.
Boom, boom, boom.
So I like, yeah, it sounds like a boom, 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 and it's like pew, 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 pew.
That's why I like the Iron Wraith, because it's like.
Yeah, for sure. Leslie says, and not taking up my space in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's how
Yeah.
she lost her love.
Right.
funds,
Right.
was The other
Yes.
Matthew.
Yep, I got it. Took me a little bit to catch on there, but I got it.
You got it.
Yeah. Got it, bro. Yeah.
That worked.
Have you ever wanted to own your own company?
Yes.
Follow-up question, what kind? Or what is it?
It would be a production studio
Okay.
called Wise Wolf Productions.
Uh-huh.
And I really want to be a producer.
Yeah,
Like, I understand I am not the most creative person in the world.
sure.
But I have a lot of really nice ideas and ways to make things happen.
Right,
And I like working with people and trying to figure out ways to make things work.
right.
And I feel a production company would be a perfect way to do that.
Nice. Leslie says nonprofit. That's awesome.
Yeah, see, there you go.
That's cool, Leslie. Any particular kind of nonprofit, or just like,
Or just non-profit.
nonprofit?
I meleeed that man twice.
Yeah, you did.
Warlock's OP.
This is that 6% of games where lag mattered. Is that accurate?
Just bring it all around.
Just, tie everything back in together.
Will you stop moving?
See, my memory is better.
Ooh, 2 hours.
Hey, that's an improvement
Compared
to sometimes.
5 seconds? Yeah,
Right.
that's better. Even goldfish were like, dude, come on.
Oh, that's an Arcblade. Oh, it's not an Arcblade. Maybe it's just because I really want the Tarantella that I'm like, Arcblade, 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 Arcblade.
Could be. Oh god. I have a huge passion for helping those who are victims of human trafficking, but I'm not sure if I will start a nonprofit in that.
Sure. I understand that.
Yep.
We actually have a friend who might be a mutual friend that you could talk to about stuff like that. Right. She was on an episode of Teaching While Talking.
Yes, Mackenzie.
Yep, that's the one. Mackenzie.
You couldn't remember either, could you?
I wanted to say Melissa, but I knew that wasn't right.
No, Mackenzie. Leslie knows Mackenzie.
Yeah. See? Bringing people together. Kind of.
Sort of.
I mean, they already knew each other. But...
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to Mackenzie about that, and she'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Or you could go watch our episode, and I'll show you how to...
And she provides some resources within that video.
Yeah.
And then I ramble on for a couple minutes about Power Rangers.
It's true.
Nice.
I did not know that was a sticky grenade.
The flux grenade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had a flux grenade.
Ugh. I love her, lol. She's so great. Yeah, she's pretty cool.
There's your arc blade.
Yay!
You're up. I switched to arc blade because I was just like, might as well.
Sure.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Awesome.
Go talk to Mackenzie.
Mm-hmm.
Can you turn in those bounties real quick?
Oh, sure. Ooh. Boop, 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 boop.
There we go. We should level up. Yeah, that leveled up the arc blade a bit.
Yay. Better control? Nah.
I mean, flux grenades cool too.
We have the Stalker. Yas.
We've had Stalker.
I know, I just... So, alright. So, as I've been planning out my eventual Hunter build,
Yeah.
right? My eventual Hunter build is have the Tarantella, right?
Yeah.
Which is an exotic chess piece, which makes it so the exotic... so the super and arc grenades have shorter cooldown.
Yep.
So, get lots of flux grenades or other kind of grenades and lots of arc blade.
Yeah.
Right. And then from there, build invisibility. So get like a blink. Doesn't actually give you invisibility, but it's jumpiness. Then vanish.
Go invisible.
Escape artist.
Yep.
Then whatevs. Then Shadowjack, increase the duration of invisibility effects. And I did some research into how long that elongates it.
Yeah.
It adds 2 seconds to every kind of invisibility. Yeah. And then you go with Stalker. So just, if you melee someone, invisible. If you're in your super, you can go invisible. If you just stop, you can go invisible. Crouch, yeah. I mean, And then for that, it gives you lots of time.
Patience and time.
Yeah. Just be like, bam, nailed it. Or if there was a year 2 Capri Sting, could lose Stalker for something else, because Capri Sting gives you...
Stalker.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially it gives you
Right,
Stalker.
it basically gives you that.
But for everything.
Right. which is super nice. So that's what my arc or Blade Dancer Hunter IDs have been.
I just got a text from Anthony
Okay.
that says, "Echo Base, are you listening?
Uh-huh.
I see white armor glistening. I think we should go. I see through the snow. Walkers in a winter wonderland."
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Echo Base, are you listening? I see white armor glistening. Walkers in a winter wonderland. I forgot the middle bit.
And I think we should go. I see through the snow.
Walkers in a winter wonderland. It's a Star Wars reference, Leslie.
Star Wars reference.
Yeah!
Oh, Christmas. Also called Star Wars Christmas.
Star Wars
also
Christmas.
called this Saturday, 5:30 a.m.
What?
Leslie, you sure you don't want to go?
Yeah, it'll be great.
5:30. Star Wars.
It'll be awesome.
Plus IHOP.
Yeah, because then we're going to go to IHOP afterwards and then pass out.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah, no, my plan is get full at IHOP and then just be like, no, I'm not. I'm done. Dream of Star Wars.
As long as you do that, as you keep me awake as we drive somewhere, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be driving.
Sure. Yeah.
I should get some sugar-free Mountain Dew, Red Bulls.
Oh, yeah?
No, I shouldn't get those. Because I can't afford those right now.
I see.
Yep. I had, so, the people that I got my student loan for changed their policy. You can no longer get a deferment unless you're in
She's got the Tarantella going. Proceed. Sorry. It was shiny. It looked really cool with the shader and everything. It was awesome. So your student loan policy change thing.
Yeah, so you can't get a deferment unless you're in school.
Oh, what?
And if you're going under forbearance, it only lasts for about 3 months.
Okay.
And it's $50 per loan that they require up front.
Weird.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
So they took $100 out of my account.
I see.
So I no longer have that money.
Yeah.
So things are going to be tight and rough.
I see.
But there's this really delicious tropical bread downstairs. Because it's got pineapples and coconut in it.
Nice.
And I love pineapples and coconut.
Cool. Yeah, those are both good things.
Can't, because 1, over here, 2, Mom's having surgery tomorrow and coming home Saturday.
Oh, sure.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That totally
Yep,
makes sense.
Totally makes sense. Prayers for your mommy.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Quick question.
Yes.
Is there any reason any of you cannot make it next Tuesday? Leslie, I know you're not going to physically be able to make it, but will you still be able to make it, like, for the time?
I will not be able to make it because I will be busy producing the show.
Okay.
So, yes, I will be there.
Okay.
Regardless if I want to be there or not, I will be there.
Okay.
Why?
Because I was invited to something, and, like, I have this prior commitment of the show, and I want to be there for the show.
Yep.
But I also want to go to this thing, and so I'm like, alright, if people can't make it, then I'm okay with canceling it and going and doing this other thing.
Yeah.
But if everyone can make it, then that's my first obligation. That's what I'm signed up to do, and I'm going to show up for
Yep.
it. So, yeah.
Especially when it's kind of a job.
Yeah.
Which means oh, dear Lord, there was lightning everywhere.
Yeah.
She'll be fine. She ain't worried, lol. I can stream on Hangout, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
Zone A lost. Zone B neutralized.
Yeah.
Enemy captured Zone A. Zone B.
If you don't mind me asking.
Yes.
You don't have to ask. What team?
Some friends
Shindig.
asked me if I wanted to go for a big group caroling night.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Heavy ammo inbound.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You neutralize Zone
That's
A.
when it's like, hey, carolers,
Uh-huh.
come be on the stream for 5 minutes and do a Star Wars song.
Right, it's just it's in Bonnie Lake.
Oh, see, I can't help you there.
Right.
Oh, did you see that panic on his face? He's on the other side. There he is. Arcblade is so slow.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have a level up where it lasts longer and
Right.
takes less energy.
Mm-hmm. See, it's when that is the comparison to Sunbreaker, it's like, yeah, Sunbreaker was OP. It's everything is fine now.
I would say they're equal now.
Yeah, no, now I would say it's all good.
Yeah, I feel Sunbreakers had their 2 months,
Yeah,
Zone A lost.
which, I mean, Blade Dancers had a year,
right.
so there you go. I know, right?
Enemy captured Zone A.
I'm
said-
sorry.
No, you're not.
Zone B
I don't understand what you...
What the heck?
Blink Strike.
I know. Still,
It's awesome.
it's ridiculous. That's one thing. Oh, dang. Alright, I was gonna say, one of my favorite things about the Mida is it's the best way to challenge snipers. And then,
And I immediately get one
and
shot.
then you get one shot
And it's
into
like,
the
boom.
body shot.
Right. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
enemy captured Zone B.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, we are good to go on. Well, okay. For next Tuesday.
Okay, cool.
And I think next time, if we do have to cancel for some unknown reason,
Yep.
I'm going to stream just a small little, hey, no
Couldn't do
stream, no stream tonight. This
Right.
is why.
Right.
We'll catch you guys back next time.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
I need to remember to do that next time.
Yep.
Zone A secure. Zone B neutralized. Only
Although that is both the problem and benefit of having like a weekly schedule of things.
Right.
It's like, oh, it's the thing. It's set, so you know exactly when things are going to happen.
Right.
But then when things happen on that day, you're like,
Right. Like, yeah.
enemy captured
But,
Zone C.
like, you know what? Like, I'm not sad to
Yeah.
to show up for Star Wars. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be great.
just as long as you and I never do what I will admit I did in high school
Uh-huh.
to a job where I
okay.
called in sick
You
when I wasn't
neutralized
sick.
Zone C.
I have done that when I was not physically sick but was mentally sick.
I would say that is acceptable.
Right.
Heavy ammo on the way.
Not super like honest, but
Well, I mean, I don't know. A mental illness is still an illness.
No. I'm saying if somebody said like, "Hey, I'm not feeling like I'm like sick, I got the flu
Oh,
or something."
Sure.
When it's just really severe depression,
Right.
like I feel. I mean, it's still not honest, but I mean, severe depression is a legitimate excuse.
Right.
So, well,
Yeah.
Leslie, not all of us can, be the paragon of the light side.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, like a friend was visiting out of town,
Yep.
and I was working at a job I didn't care about.
Mm-hmm.
So I called in sick when I wasn't sick because the person was like, "Hey, I'm only going to be here for this one day,"
Right.
and I tried getting the day off, but they said no.
Ah.
So I was like, "All right, I'm getting the day off,
Sure.
one way or another."
I'm like, man, I'm gonna die here, aren't I?
You are.
I was really hoping it would just time out.
Why would you challenge with a sidearm?
I was hoping it would time out.
I mean, it still lasts 27
I
seconds.
know.
It may not be as powerful, but it's still a really big force to reckon with.
Right.
Enemy captured Zone C.
Don't you?
Zone B neutralized.
All right. That wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Oh, sure.
Why am I the only one
Mhm.
out of like our core group of friends who goes Paragon in games?
I go Paragon when I play Jade Empire. I have done the Closed Fist path once, but of all of the playthroughs of it, I almost exclusively, besides the one time, have gone
Your victory gives the city hope.
Oh, you won.
open palm.
Interesting.
Yep.
Because normally when you talk about choices in games, you normally go what be the quote-unquote renegade option.
Right.
So what was it about Jade Empire that you decided to go Paragon?
I actually found the characters endearing, while I pretty much do not in every other game.
Got it. See, that's rare. You never find characters in here.
Right. I actually find them like, these are characters I would like to,
Build a rapport with.
Right, these are characters I would like to hang out with sometime.
Got it. So what you're saying is in my game, I need to have you incapacitate somebody.
Right.
Then have a man come out from the vines, kick a guy while he's down, and then bash his head in with a staff.
Sagacious Zoo was cool, but Black Whirlwind was really, like, my best bud.
Got it. So have a drunk
Yes.
who gets blackout drunk with 2 lightsaber axes.
Yeah.
And just wrecks shop.
Yeah, that.
I can do it.
Yep.
So I get a Rancor who gets drunk and has axes. Who speaks. That's what you're saying I should do.
I mean, I would be like, friend.
That wouldn't be OP for the party. Hey party, here's a Rancor companion.
So, the Force Unleashed added natives to Felucia.
Yeah?
And in the Force Unleashed, in the Force Unleashed and as well as the Saga Edition Force Unleashed campaign guide,
Yep.
they added some things to it where they could they had natural attunement with the Force to be able to imbue items with it.
Oh, okay.
And so I could almost imagine they're like also tree wood kind of people, dude.
Yeah.
I could see a Rancor picking up 2 Felucians who like imbue themselves with the Force and then he just like beats people with them. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
That's completely ridiculous and stupidly OP. But,
yeah.
but
So-
it would be humorous.
Like, I've been playing I haven't played much Fallout, but I've been listening to Fallout as I play other games.
Right.
And in Fallout 2,
Okay.
there is a suit. There are Deathclaws who are sentient
Right.
and have hyperintelligence.
Yeah.
And you can have one as a companion.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, Rancor.
Right. Yeah.
Walking, talking Rancor.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
Because, I mean, they did some very bad experiments to Rancors in Jedi Outcast.
There have been numerous experiments with death or with Rancors across different timelines.
In the game that I played
Okay.
with Kyle Katarn,
Yep, that's the one.
there was a Force-imbued Rancor that had a bunch of chemicals and stuff all over him,
Yeah.
who eventually exploded. I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds about what would happen in Star Wars. Things happen to explode in Star Wars a lot.
It's true. Yeah, so Leslie says, I do light side only for Star Wars and only after my Sith playthrough.
Of course you do. Can I get rid of these?
Which, the helmets?
Yeah.
You sure?
I mean, we have one that's $290, so...
Like, that one's got the better perk.
Oh, that one does?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
well, I
it's
guess
got
I
the
can.
tilt down, tilt up perk.
I do want that
Which
perk.
for me is a better perk than shorter summon time on the Sparrow.
See, for me, shorter Sparrow time is better.
Okay.
So I'll just keep both.
Okay. You can get rid of the other ones, though. We don't need that many duplicates.
No, Paragon. Paragon all the way.
So, like, in KOTOR, I'm actually torn about which way I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I enjoy them both for different things.
Oh, okay.
Capture the
I want to play more KOTOR, but it's difficult.
Right. Jade Empire, I prefer Open Palm.
You captured
to close
Zone
fist.
A.
I think I prefer Renegade in Mass Effect 1. And I can't speak for the later ones. Ooh. Teamwork. Oh. Oh, right. We have that thing. Yeah.
So I was like, what thing?
Leslie says, except for real life. The invisibility.
Oh, yeah. Steel Berserk!
Yeah. Yup.
I forgot, we just crouch. Crouch.
Mm-hmm.
Any moment now.
Maybe you have to stay still. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I think you get like 5 seconds out of this.
Enough to flank!
That's so good. Remember, you also have Blink Strike. So you got that super lunge.
That's right, run, Hunter! Run!
Yeah.
Zone C
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Thought I was dead for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to play another L5R campaign.
Right. I think it'll be really cool.
But, I mean, we have so many games
Right. There's so many
going.
things going on. Yeah.
I would love to do what you talked about that one time with L5R and Star Wars.
Right. Oh yeah, that would be a super cool campaign. To like have like, okay, you guys are like the descendants of previous characters, and
you neutralize
it's like now you are the L5R characters that have now gone to live on in Star Wars.
Yeah. Like, you were just another planet in there, and ships just came
Yeah.
down.
For sure.
The Great Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like, there could be a legend of a Great Phoenix coming down and dropping, ancestors off.
Right.
And that's where, like, the Great Clans got their start.
Right. For sure. Yeah. For sure. And it's like a super awesome campaign idea.
Awesome.
There's also so many other campaign ideas I want to do too, though.
neutralize.
Yeah.
Zone
Nailed
A
it. No, did you? No.
total control.
Almost. Oh, the next big thing.
Then I got shotgunned by a dude in a stupid cape.
The Tanix Cape.
Dumb.
It's kind of cool looking.
Dumb.
I like it. It's got
It's
fuzzies.
just, no helmet really goes with it.
I thought that one he had worked already.
No.
Heavy ammo
You don't think so?
available.
Okay.
Gains the lead.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, 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 oh. This is where you die? Oh no. Oh, he's right in front of you! He was like crouching, so he was
That
like
was-
just under your sight line.
That was still where I died.
That was funny.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, like, oh man, where could we even fit in another L5R game?
Right.
And who?
Right, yeah, that's the other thing is like, sure, we may be able to, like, if we're doing this full time, yeah, we can run more. But there's the condition of players.
Yeah.
That's a very important thing to a game.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
Zone C lost.
What makes it harder is we don't have a webcam,
Yes.
so it's even harder to adjust things to make it look appropriate.
Right. Oh. Yeah.
Zone B.
It's the spinning one. What? Oh, what? Apparently, Armor of Light too strong.
Zone B
OP,
secure.
Bungie, please nerf.
Seriously? That should have, like, at least damaged them, but I had no hit markers or anything.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was dumb.
I have heard that there are issues with Melee and, by extension, Blade Dancer connecting properly
Zone C
since the newest patch. I mean, you at least touched him that time.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
all zones held.
I do not like.
Total
Do not like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this latest patch, a lot of people are really upset about.
Yeah. I mean, there's some things that they're doing really good, and there's other things that are
Zone A lost.
not
It's
as
just
good.
like, Bungie, just please.
Right.
You just want the game to be perfect.
Right.
Is that so hard?
Zone B
Yeah, for real. Look at Blizzard.
down.
It's not like it takes them a billion years to finally put out a game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it does.
No, I mean, they're not nearly as bad as Valve.
That's a good point.
They release games.
It's true.
I mean, they at least release something once in a while.
Alright, so I've been going back over... So I found that apparently we had just a stack of Game Informers in our house, right?
When I went into the restroom at your house, it was like, those Game Informers weren't there a couple days ago.
Right, so all of a sudden found out we just have these Game Informers. Because nobody in my family, except for me, like, checks the mail. And I hadn't checked the mail in weeks or months.
Okay.
So I'm like, what is this? Also, the mail lady honked at me and said, if you don't get the mail out of your mailbox. I'm just gonna get you guys a PO box, and I'm just gonna put all your stuff there.
And that's very nice.
And I'm like, okay,
I mean, that's nice of her.
yeah. Her tone though did not say nice.
Oh, I'm
Her
sure.
tone was very frustrated.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
So I got the mail, and I've been trying to get it more frequently. But all that is to say that, I just found all of a sudden we had all these Game Informers like in the mail. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go through them, and I've been looking through them. I'm like, oh right, there's all these games from E3 that I'm looking forward to now. Like, I've come up with at least 3 games now that I'm looking forward to, besides the ones that I've already been saying I've been looking forward to.
Such as?
So, like, I said I was looking forward to Dragon Quest Heroes. Obviously, I'm like, yeah, I want that.
Yeah, you're super excited for Dragon Quest.
Right. Obviously, I want Destiny the Taken King.
Yeah.
If that wasn't obvious to me.
I don't believe it was. I forgot I have the wrong super for this.
Yeah. Well, you might still be... Oh,
No.
you almost made a play.
Yep.
But so the
I
three...
thought I had Night Stalker.
The 3 other games
Yeah.
that I realized I'm looking forward to include Overwatch. It's growing on me, and I'm starting to get more interested in it.
I'm more interested in Overwatch only because of Mr. Fruit.
Sure.
And some of the plays that I've seen.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's about it. Just because I feel it doesn't have as much PvE as I want.
Right. I don't think it has PvE.
Exactly, and I want PvE.
Right.
I'm just really in a non-MOBA mood.
Sure. I'm also looking forward to Battleborn.
I've heard a lot of, yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't... A lot of people are like, it doesn't feel as cool as Overwatch. Like, they're too similar.
Right. I get that.
Yeah.
And then the third game I had completely forgotten about. But then when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, Gigantic.
Yeah. Huh. So 3 MOBAs.
Yeah. What are you expecting?
I don't know.
It may also be because I've been playing...
I showed you Gigantic.
Right, but when is the last time you showed me it? Out of sight, out of mind.
The last time I showed it was the last time you were like, meh.
Right.
You literally went, meh. So I went, okay, Monkey's not interested in this type of MOBA.
Right.
So I decided, okay, if Monkey don't want that kind of MOBA, I won't show it to him. I mean, that's just nice for him.
Sure.
And now he's just like, ooh, Gigantic. Man, what the...
It's because I've been getting back into League again, so I'm more thinking about MOBAs like, alright, well, what are some of these other things we can do with MOBAs?
Gigantic looks interesting, but that's just because you have a freaking dragon thingy that you guard and eventually kills the other gigantic thingy.
For sure.
Got it. So you're interested in 3 MOBAs that have very similar art styles.
Yep. It's correct.
Okay. Except one is a proper MOBA.
Yep.
One is MOBA Light.
Yep.
And one is not MOBA.
But people are probably still going to call it a MOBA.
It's a MOBA.
Right.
I mean, technically...
It's still technically a MOBA, but it's a non-traditional MOBA.
Does MOBA require PvE?
MOBA itself just means multiplayer online battle arena.
So would you consider Halo a MOBA at that point?
I probably would.
All right. Is there really a difference between a MOBA and an arena shooter?
I would say they are similar, like JRPGs and Western RPGs are similar.
Okay. I can see that because MOBA, when you hear MOBA, you think you start at level 1,
Right.
you level up, you customize your character
Yes.
as you're battling.
Right.
I don't get that from Overwatch.
Right. Yeah, no, you don't really get that.
Which
in
is why
Overwatch.
I would much call it an arena battle. I would call it a battle arena, less a MOBA.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. I've not really heard anything bad about Overwatch.
Right. For sure.
Yeah. So, yes, Overwatch is coming to consoles.
Yeah.
So is Battleborn, so is Gigantic.
Yep.
Except isn't Gigantic Xbox One?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's also coming to PC. So it doesn't matter to me. As long as they're coming out on PC, it doesn't matter to me which console they come out on.
Wait, but... Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?
Okay.
PC.
Shut up. I am planning on getting a PC.
Yep.
For games I feel are meant to be on PC.
Right.
Such as, like, I feel Fallout is best on PC.
Yeah, all Bethesda games, like, they work on consoles, but...
I've heard that it's having the worst amount of time on PS4.
Ah.
The PS4, Matthew.
Yes, Leslie, I am totally looking forward to a PlayStation 4 and Destiny and everything. But I also happen to already have a really nice gaming PC.
Yeah.
So, if there's
What
a game...
if you had a really nice console
Right.
that also had Battleborn, Gigantic,
Right.
and then would you... Okay, say you had both.
Yes.
Which would you buy those games on?
Where my friends are, because they're multiplayer games.
Okay. Where... Of any of your friends, have any of them been like Gigantic, woo, Battleborn, woo, Overwatch, woo?
Of all my friends, besides you, I don't think they know they exist.
Okay. Although I will admit, I'm... Very rarely am I like you. However, when it came to Gigantic...
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind, because I completely forgot about it
Right,
till
right,
you mentioned
Right,
it.
exactly. And then I just like saw it in the Game Informer, and I'm like, this is a game, isn't it?
The reason why I'm interested in Gigantic is
Yeah.
because of the owl character.
Yes. I also like it because it has... It looks like it's going to possibly be more complex than Battleborn.
Yes.
And so it's got more traditional MOBA elements.
Yes.
But still with a fun art style and in a more, like, action-y environment.
And they're the only one who is not avoiding the term MOBA.
Right, they're saying, guys,
MOBA on console.
it's a MOBA.
And it's not Smite.
Right. Because Smite is cool and all, and I like that it pushed for third-person action MOBA on console.
Yep.
But it's personally not my... It's not my preferred art style, or just some of the mechanics in it aren't my thing.
Yeah. Is Gigantic FPS?
It is different playstyle depending on character.
That I love.
Right.
I really appreciate that.
So, like, the Game Informer I read was like, yeah, we got to play with Wu, the martial arts frog. So it's like jumping around and you do combos like a fighter.
Uh-huh.
But if you're playing somebody with a gun, then you're going to be sitting back shooting.
I like it. I like it. I like the owl character a lot.
Yeah, he looks cool.
His just character design is so good.
Right, for sure. And yes, Leslie, I totally want to play with friends. Right.
So basically what he's saying, Leslie, is either get Gigantic, Overwatch, or Battleborn
Right.
on the PS4.
Right.
And you're the only friend I know who's actually interested in those three games.
Yeah, I know.
And I am also interested in those three.
Yep.
I am less interested in Overwatch just because I wanted more PvE aspect.
I totally get it.
However,
Yeah.
I have never heard anything bad about it,
Yep.
and it looks super fun.
Right.
So I am not opposed to get to that one. I'm just slightly disappointed.
Sure. That's fair.
I am more interested in Gigantic now that you've reminded me that that's a thing.
Right.
It's just at the time when I was excited for it, nobody was excited for it. Sidearms OP.
Yeah, sidearms are the best.
I do like sidearms a lot. I'll look into them because I don't know what those games are, or you guys can tell me about them. Monkey, Gigantic, go!
All right, so Leslie, first question: are you familiar with the term MOBA? Because if you are, that explains these games
Everything.
fairly well.
Like-
Otherwise,
Do you know Dota or League of Legends?
right?
Easier way to do it.
Yeah.
Now I really want those silvered Akamhara grass
Oh yeah.
for like double blink melee.
Right.
So good.
Yeah,
Also, you have your super for
I know.
okay,
For the fun times.
for the happy go fun times.
Yeah, happy go fun times.
Except you have Showstopper and not Invisible.
I know. That's because we haven't unlocked it yet.
I mean, you could crouch and stalk somebody.
Enemy captured
Do
zone
do
B.
do 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 do. Please, 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 please. Okay. Nope, he saw me.
I mean, it's not like you're totally invisible. Now, Halo invisibility, that was proper invisibility.
Double down.
I love that panic people have when you see that.
Oh, that's my friend.
I did learn a technique with
Uh-huh.
that where you can blink and activate at the same time.
Oh, nice.
So you go into your blink normal, you come out of your blink
Yep.
ready to murder face.
Nice.
I know StarCraft. And that was, we must construct additional pilots.
All right. So
We must construct additional pilots.
here's how these games work.
Go for it.
The way MOBAs work, League of Legends, Dota, Gigantic, and to a degree Battleborn, is you play a champion or a hero or whatever you want to call it, and you normally start a match at level 1. As you go through the match, you level up, and then you also get gold for like killing little minions because, alright, the map is normally a 3-lane map. So you've got 3 big lanes where minions from each side that are computer controlled march toward the enemy's base. You destroy enemy's base, you win. That's
Specifically, either their power source or giant creature.
right. Yeah.
Zone
You got
C
it.
Neutralized.
So, with that being said,
Total control.
That's a rocket launcher.
I know.
Had you had blink, you could have escaped.
So you've got these 3 lanes, minions march down them, ultimate goal, destroy enemy base, whatever that be.
Yeah.
Zone C lost.
The way how it normally plays is you control a character who starts at level 1 each match, and then as the match goes on, you kill enemies, and you get experience and gold for kills.
Yeah.
Either minions or
Zone A.
other players.
The other champions.
Yeah. And then, as you get gold, you can buy different items, and there's normally a lot of different items that all do different things. And there's normally lots of champions that all have different kinds of playstyles and do different things.
A neutralized.
So I'm trying to think of a good example
Zone B lost.
from another genre. I would kind of compare it to how each subclass in Destiny has a different thing going on.
It has their own special, unique thing.
Right,
So, like, one champion's thing is she's a sniper.
right,
So she does a lot of damage from far away.
right.
And she has a lot of neat tricks of getting people away from her. Like, she'll shoot at a net, which entangles them, but also pushes her back, which is an escape tactic.
Right.
There's another champion who's all about getting up close and just biting people until they're dead.
Right.
Like, one of the moves is he eats them.
Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom. And when he eats them, he gets bigger and stronger.
Right.
It's that kind of shtick.
Right. And so you can have players or characters that are all like, hey, I totally need to stay in the back, or I just give out a bunch of buffs and stuff.
Yep.
And so they tend to be very team-focused games. You will normally pass or fail based on your team. And you can do a lot without, like, speaking communication. But all of these games are designed around multiplayer, and they're way more fun when you can play them with a friend.
Well, as I said, it sounds like a game she played on Xbox, but she wasn't going to mention it because it wouldn't be helpful because she can't remember what it was called.
Was it called Smite?
She does not have an Xbox One.
Okay.
It was not on the original Xbox or the 360. Just saying.
Right. You know, there might have been a MOBA on the 360 or original.
It's possible.
I don't remember one in particular, but that could have existed.
Yeah. Leslie, I will, after this stream, Monkey and I are going to watch some trailers for Gigantic.
Yep.
Before we go watch Star Wars. I will send you a trailer as your homework to watch.
Yes, and that will pretty well explain what? But I grabbed it.
Oh, if someone's probably doing lag stuff.
Oh,
I mean, like, you guys were on A earlier and you weren't capping A.
right.
So, some shenanigans are going down, but yeah, you're winning, so meh.
It was on the original Xbox.
Um,
Could you just do a real quick search for original Xbox MOBA?
Dear
I
God.
doubt it will come up with anything.
Original Xbox MOBA.
But, you know, maybe.
Yeah. Mom did not want to be on the stream this time. Was it called Awesome Nuts? Would you like me to mute the mic for a moment? Alright, I'm going to mute the mic so that Mom can talk.
One final push and victory is yours. Zone A lost. Zone C
And we're back.
Yeah.
Alright, Alright, so here's a list of all MOBAs.
Yes.
enemy captured Zone A.
I'm looking for any that are on the original Xbox.
Okay.
None of them are on the original Xbox.
Okay.
So there's Defense of the Ancients, Dota.
Yep.
Guilty Gear 2 Overture.
Okay.
Really?
Zone B.
Potentially.
Okay. Minions, Demigod, League of
Oh,
Legends.
Demigod would have been one.
Captured Zone
That was
B.
2009. That was
Oh.
way past the original Xbox.
Right. That's a good observation.
Avalon Heroes, Heroes of North, Monday Night Combat, Realm of Titans, Bloodline Champions,
Targets eliminated.
Rise of the Immortals, Awesome Knots.
It was Kingdom Under Fire. That's what she says.
Kingdom Under Fire. Let's look up some Kingdom Under Fire.
The name Kingdom Under Fire sounds familiar, but I
Yeah,
don't
it
think
does.
I've ever played it myself.
Kingdom Under Fire? Oh, thank you. Leslie, was it Kingdom Under Fire? A War of Heroes, The Crusaders, Heroes, Circle of Doom.
Which one was on the original
I
Xbox?
don't know. Crusaders was on the original Xbox. The gameplay had elements of Dynasty Warriors and aspects of various role-playing games, as well as controlling the main character. The player fights multiple enemies or units. Yeah, that is not a MOBA. That is more Dynasty Warriors.
There's actually going to be some similarities. There's going to be
There's-
some overlap.
There's parallels between Dynasty Warriors. It's a lot like Dynasty Warriors, Leslie. However, instead of fighting 80 bazillion minions,
Right.
you're fighting five like Lubus against 5 Lubus.
Right.
Except not as OP.
Right. Yeah. Except, yeah. Basically.
I mean, there are some PvE elements, but the main thing is champion versus champion.
Right. And,
For the layman, to make it simple,
yes.
the easiest way to put it is champion versus champion.
Right. Yes, you may in
Yeah.
fact like it, Leslie.
And I will find a trailer for Gigantic
Awesome. For sure.
and send it to you later.
Awesome.
Because we are...
About to call the stream.
Yeah. So we're going to call the stream there.
Yep.
We hope you had fun.
Uh-huh.
Leslie. There's promotional one there. And anyone who's watching this in the future.
Yep.
Hello, future people.
Hello.
You may now spoil Star Wars in the future.
Hooray.
Far in the future.
Yay.
Like 8 days. Also, though, this I have discovered there will be another Kingdom Under Fire game. There you go.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
hope you had fun.
Yep.
And we'll see you Monday? No, Saturday.
Saturday. See you
God,
Saturday.
Saturday.
I know. It's gonna be amazing.
Alright, so we'll see you Saturday when we're not super tired. I swear.
Bye.